So, you know, it's, but you're getting laid. I mean, you have that ability.
Yeah,
so,
like
JD, I don't know how he gets through the day.
JD should be sick. JD, do you wind up on the edge of the bed weeping?
Yeah, that would make sense to me.
He should be soaking his wrists in warm water.
JD's becoming, he's been to the last, like, 10 gigs on the road.
Is he getting any pussy?
And him and Teddy run around. They're happy as hell. We, like, get to Detroit. They're running around, having fun, going to the local market. I'm like, we're in Detroit. I got to do stand-up. I'm in my hotel weeping. Just let me know when I got to be on stage.
JD, we
loved it.
Are you getting any pussy?
Am I getting any pussy? No.
Yeah. Is it torture? I mean, how old are you now?
I'm 28.
Yeah, Jesus. How long's it been?
Probably, I would almost, unless my memory is not serving right, probably the last time in Vegas.
When you had the hooker?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
She was hot, though.
yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Oh
I think back that
and
story.
How many times a week are you jerking off?
You know, I don't do it every day, but...
I would. Man, I'm not getting it. I'm jerking off at least once a day. At least. 28 years old, I was jerking off 2-3 times a day. I was married. Crying out loud.
Sorry, I'm not you.
You don't jerk off?
Of course
no, I do. I do, but...
You're embarrassed to say
no, I'm not. No.
You jerk off every day.
No, I don't do it every day.
Are you not on those porn sites anymore?
I go to them every now and then, but, you know.
What, are you
but I have roommates and stuff.
You don't jerk off every day?
Not.
I don't believe you. I'm just saying, I don't believe you.
I'm not saying
I know you
don't jerk off.
You got to be jerking off. And I bet you on weekends 2 times a day.
Well, sometimes, maybe.
You have a little marathon going?
Yeah. Sometimes I would jerk off 5 times a day. I would even work it out where I'd be like, all right, I'm going to jerk off as soon as I get up. That's one down.
See, like, the thing with me is, like, I have roommates, and, like, I'm afraid they'll, like, hear me listening to porn and shit in my room, and I get all, like, weirded out.
That's
Fuck
different.
them!
When I was in college, I rarely jerked off because I had a roommate.
Right.
Who is, by the way, 54 today, Dr. Lou Weinstein, who kept me from jerking off for 4 years.
Your pussies are that close together?
Yes, they are.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's January 8th, I'm January 12th, and he is 54. I can't believe he's that old.
I know. How did it happen to him?
I remember him as a high school boy. I go, how did this happen to you?
Happy birthday, Lou.
There you go.
Yeah, but, and, you know, J.D., it's been extra torture for J.D. because, like I told you, I ran into that hot chick he used to live with once. Did I ever tell you that story?
No. You had a hot chick living with you?
Howard, it's
a whole complicated
situation. There's a chick, this is a few years ago now.
But she wasn't doing it.
I'm walking in Hoboken.
Right.
And this gorgeous blonde, I mean, like a 9.5, solid, says to me, hey, Artie, I'm a big fan of the show. And I go, oh, thanks. You know, it's the type of chick you walk towards. You know, hey, where you going?
Right. Don't go
Can
away.
I come with you? And she says, actually, I used to be roommates with J.D. I said, you were? She goes, yeah, me and J.D. were roommates, me and him and a couple other kids, for like a year or so. And I'm like, J.D. lived with that
That girl was walking through your house every day.
Dude, was that torture?
No, see, the thing was, is like... It was a friend's sister. We had to stay there because our apartment wasn't ready.
But, like, were you fantasizing about her all the time and, like, totally sexual?
Yeah, oh, my God. She was totally hot, but she had, like, you know, one of those boyfriends.
I know, but so what?
Abercrombie and Fitch guys.
Yeah, were you thinking that maybe you could, like, get her or something?
No, I had no...
No delusion.
No. Did you ever look at her, like, panty drawer and stuff?
No.
Tell the truth.
No.
Bastard.
I haven't gotten that creepy, no.
Really?
Yeah. I got 5 minutes to check out her bras.
But, like, when you would lay in bed at night, would you, like, fantasize and jerk off to her?
No.
Oh, you're so full of shit.
I'm not. At that time, I was sleeping in the same room with my brother and someone else.
I don't care who you're sleeping with.
I used to jerk off to my brother.
Really?
He's hot.
You got jury duty today. He's got jury duty today.
I know.
Hey, you know what I heard about J.D.? So at John Hines' daughter's bat mitzvah, there was this hot dancer there, right? And she asked about one of the guys that works here. that wasn't J.D., and he was getting all angry.
He's already in a war with her.
But he's like, I fucking, I hate her. I heard you were getting all pissed off.
She doesn't like guys with great personalities like me.
Exactly.
And she's only anti-looks.
But he creates a whole scenario in his head and then gets pissed.
Well, at least someone's interested in him then.
I got nothing else to do. They're not talking to me.
Who did she ask about?
Tim's assistant.
I figured as much. Jared.
Jared.
You know what's great?
Jared got her number.
You know what's great, though? You know what the first thing she asked about him was?
What?
She asked somebody if he was gay. And when they found out he wasn't gay, she's like, wanted to meet him. But
Don't you hate good-looking guys? You're like me, man. Don't you hate good-looking guys?
Of course. It's true, because with a hot chick, sometimes you do create a scenario in your head, and in your head, you're going out.
Right.
And then when there was somebody else, you get all mad.
You realize we're all animals, and what it is women select their man based on, like, looks and status.
Dude, I've known this since I was freaking in middle school,
and you can't get laid, so,
So guess what you got to get? Status.
I heard you don't even talk to Jared because he's good looking. Like, you won't even
Is that right? You hate him?
It's not only that. We just have, opposing personalities, and I choose not to talk to him.
How would we even know what your personality is?
Well, opposing personality.
What's his personality? You mean like you're like kind of like a loser and he's a winner? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know.
You mean his personality is good looking and yours isn't?
His personality is opposed to yours. It's the complete opposite.
J.D., I got to tell you.
I think Jared has a personality and J.D. doesn't. Right.
I'm the same way. Right. I'm the same way. Like, if a good-looking guy, I'll tend to hate them. But Jared actually is a nice guy.
Well, he's nice to you, but...
he's not nice to you?
He's not nice to you?
He's been very arrogant sometimes, and I've just...
Oh, really? I don't like
whatever. I really don't want to talk about it.
How is he... Like, how does he even interact with you, Jared?
It hasn't happened for a while, so...
When was he arrogant to you?
It's not like...
No, I want to know.
He's just been... He's thinking he's being funny, and I don't think it's that
funny. What does he do?
He goofs on you?
That's not right.
Oh, that's wrong.
No. He's fine. Whatever.
No, why won't you talk to him? Come on.
No,
Are you mad at him because he has a life?
You hear him talking about his life and you get pissed?
Yeah. He got her number. I'm going to war with him. Well, I heard your thing is you like chicks with big asses. Like on the internet, that's what you look for?
Oh,
everyone tells me that.
Big boobs and big asses. I like them big.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
We should set up your old roommate with Jared.
I'd love to hear how Jared goofs on J.D. Really? Yeah. Everybody goofs on.
There must have been some incident. But come clean, man. What happened?
I don't even remember, like, the joke or whatever it was. We were joking out in the hallway, and I just was tired of it, and I said, I just won't speak to you ever again. And, of course, he was joking. He goes, that's fine with me. And I go, okay. And I took it serious.
That was the end.
And now, when you pass him in the hall, you won't even say anything?
Not really, no.
How long has that been going on?
About a couple of months.
See, that's why J.D. likes me, because I'm ugly.
Yeah, he likes me, too. I'm his hero. I'm the ugliest.
No.
I look like a chicken.
Howard's my hero. He looks like a chicken.
I like Howard. He looks like a pelican. No one ever asks if I'm gay.
I like Will Murray. He's a good-looking guy. We're friends.
Nah, you probably don't like him either. I heard you freak when all the hot interns like Jared...
Oh.
On the intern show, when they all get on there and they go, Jared's right. I really like Jared.
I
Jared and Will.
You could have that argument in your head. Jared's a rotten guy. He'll only hurt them. I would be good to them.
Why can't they recognize my beauty?
Yeah, he would only fuck them.
Those bitches are so shallow.
He'll gonna fuck them good and leave them.
I would tell them about the screenplay I'm never going to write.
I'd show them my iPod.
Yeah, when are you going to get your directing career into gear?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I got an email from J.J. Abrams. There's a guy maybe you should fashion your life after.
I respect his work.
It's good.
Waiting to see Cloverfield.
Yeah. We were supposed to have a screening of that, but I can't get it together. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Because everybody's a buzz about that, too.
Yeah.
What is Cloverfield?
It's a new movie by J.J. Abrams, and nobody can figure out exactly what the monster is.
You wanted us all to be a buzz.
I said to J.J., why don't you just give me a private screen, not a private screening, but let me just give me a copy, and I'll watch it in my house. He goes, well, I'm worried about the sound. And I go, dude, I got to set up in my apartment just as good as any fucking movie theater. You know? which I don't, but...
He wasn't going for it.
I don't know, maybe. I just... And then they said, well, we'll give you a copy to see, but a guard has to stand in your apartment while you watch it.
Oh, that's
I said, do you fucking guys really think I'm going to bootleg your dumb movie?
Yeah, they must imagine you have all kinds of great recording equipment in there.
I've got Vinny in there ripping it while so I can bootleg it and maybe make some extra dollars on the side. I said, you really think I'd throw away my life? You know, bootlegging your movie?
I would love that, because you'd be the one person to go to jail for bootlegging film.
And trust me, I can barely work my VCR, and those are almost extinct.
You still have a VCR?
I do. I don't use it that much, though.
Yeah, who's using videotape?
I really don't need one. But, I don't know. They seem to feel that I'm such a criminal mastermind, I might actually bootleg the video. Like, I'll have someone copy it. I'm like, Jesus, you could trust me. I'm not going to bootleg
break that code in 10 seconds.
People think I'm insane. Like, you know, they're going to let me a movie, I'm going to bootleg it. Yeah, I'm a bootlegger on this. That's how I make my real money. Show business. I don't even have to direct or write movies. I just steal them.
That's right. You're the reason all those movies are for sale on the street corner.
That's right. And then I have a connection where I sell it off to him, and then we just make huge profits.
Well, you're the manufacturer, and then you have a distribution network.
Yeah. I'm like a bootlegger.
I'm
like the Kennedys. The original Kennedy.
I can relate to still having a VCR. I still have a VCR for one reason. My 3 favorite porns of all time are on video cassette, and I don't know how to transfer them. What am I going to do?
Give them to Vinny.
In my bedroom, I still have a VCR. And they're porns that I did. They're my go-to porns.
I've hired 75 Chinese people right now in my apartment who are duplicating Cloverfield right now.
Yeah, well, see, that's what I thought. I thought it was happening in China.
No.
It's Chinese people in your apartment.
Right. They're American Chinese. So I said, so then I said, I think that'd be a bit creepy, inviting someone into my apartment to watch me watch the movie.
Could you imagine? That's a funny. That's a funny sketch. Like, what do you do with the guy? You offer him coffee?
I said, I'd love to see.
Would you like some popcorn?
I'd love to see your movie, but I think I'll pass on that offer.
Yeah, you don't want to see it that bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that. I can wait. Wait till it comes out on video. What can I tell you? Well, JD, good luck at jury duty.
Thank you.
All right.
Are you not going to Vegas?
I don't know. We'll see how long this case lasts.
Dude, you got to come.
I'm trying.
You only get laid in Vegas.
I
and
know.
You're blowing off a trip.
What happened to the role he was on? For a while, he had that porn girl.
Yeah. She burned his
lives
ass.
out in Los
married
Angeles.
woman came into town just to have sex with him.
Porn girls are so fleeting, Robin.
Yeah, what happened to that married woman who came into town to have sex with you?
She went back to town.
Went back to her husband. she had enough of that sugar. Why don't you tell the judge on the case that you only get laid in Vegas? I bet you he'll let you out.
I mean,
you need to go.
I have a hardship situation.
If I only got...
Your Honor.
Look at me. Do I look like I'm getting laid here?
I got a bag of... And he got me laid. He pays money for my pussy. Your Honor, I have pussy.
He pays me in pussy.
I'd like to invoke the Pussy Amendment.
Actually, that's true. You know what I heard? Some of the same friends who helped secure your last date in Las Vegas are helping throw Levy. His wedding is now turned into an engagement party.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be fucking happening, man.
Yeah, you got some pussy.
You'll have a date.
I'll see how it goes. He wouldn't lie on jury. He could have been out of jury duty in 2 seconds.
No, I don't know about that.
Right.
Before we start, we have a call, I think, coming from somewhere in the New York court system. J.D. Harmeyer, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hello.
What are you doing, J.D.?
I'm hiding in a corner, waiting for my case to be called.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be on your cell phone, right? You could get thrown out of court for that, so try to...
No. I'm in an area where you can use it.
Oh, too bad.
How's it going down there?
You know, a lot of waiting and people sitting and staring and not talking.
Did you bring a book?
No. Hold on a second. All right, never mind. I don't think it's my case.
Are you just waiting to be called in?
Yes.
Have you bonded with anyone else on the jury?
No. I don't even know who the rest of the people in my jury are.
So let me get this straight. You're not talking to any of your co-jurors. You didn't bring a book. What are you doing?
I'm standing.
He's calling the wrap-up show. That's what he's doing.
But why would you bring like a magazine or a book? I mean, surely somebody must have said, "Hey, bring something that's going to be boring."
They did. I forgot. I forgot and left my Entertainment Weekly and Onion and in my office.
JD, do you feel better today after venting about Jared Fox?
No.
I didn't know that you guys didn't like each other. I guess I didn't know that you didn't like him.
Well, I mean, it's not really. I'm keeping things professional.
I don't know. Will's good looking. You seem to like Will.
Well, yeah, because, I like Will.
Wait, Jamie, Gary, he sent me a text. You got recognized at court already today?
Yeah, whenever I walked in, some guy said, "Hey, big fan."
Well, I mean, can't that get him out of it somehow?
Wait, you should have gone. Dude, can you get me out of here?
No, I know who he was. I was waiting to go through the metal detector. So, he was just leaving.
So, wait a second. The thing with you and Jared is that's just one of those things that, like, would Jared hearing it on the air today, that be the first of him knowing that you find him to be arrogant?
Maybe to that extent. Like, he knows I will only talk to him on a professional basis. He knows that part.
So, like at the bat mitzvah, no small talk with you two?
No.
I didn't know the hatred was so heated between you guys.
And just because he's good looking?
No, no. It's just our personalities don't really match together. So, they're just that you won't talk to in life, and he's a person I choose, not to talk to, unless I have to.
All right, we're gonna have to explore this further when you're not huddled in the corner of the courthouse,
whispering to us on the cell phone. But thank you for calling the wrap-up show, JD, and good luck with your case.
Thank you for giving me something to do for 5 minutes. Now I'm going to go back and stare at nothing.
Do you have a horn you can honk or something like that?
Hardy, hard, John.
Later, JD.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's jury dirty duty for you right there.
How could you not bring something to read? Oh. I would have a DVD player. I have Slingbox on my cell phone. I have a million things.
He's just staring at the clock. You know it. You know why he stopped talking to Jared, right? You know what this all stems from.
No, I don't know anything about it.
Jared made a comment in our fantasy football league about JD and posted it to the league. That was the straw that broke the camel's. I don't remember. Maybe one of you guys can come down.
But was it I thought it was something about JD stealing a player. It wasn't anything about JD personally, was it?
No, I think it was. I think you're right. I think it was something. Actually, Jared's coming in. Hey, Jared, we're talking about why JD's actually so angry at you, and then we will get to your calls at 888-STERN-100. Jared, what's going on?
All right, so I'm going to settle this real quickly. The reason JD doesn't like me is because of a post that I made on a fantasy football website. That's what it all.
And what did you say? What did you say about him?
So, John will, if you can recall, we had some trash talking. John talked some crap about Will. Steve Brandano talked some crap about David Height from the Tapes team. And I talked some crap about JD's team. And ever since then, he will not speak to me.
What did you say about it? I don't remember.
One of my players got hurt. He picked the guy up off the waiver wire. So I said, why even bother? Your team's horrible. Just continue doing your job. And he won't speak to me because of that.
Well, it's clearly more than that.
Yeah, I think it's more to do with the fact that you're a good-looking guy, and he says you come off as arrogant sometimes.
I've tried to set him up with one of the hottest girls here, all right? And he can sit here, and he'll recall this, the girl Nicole, remember our receptionist. I'm a very good friend of hers. And I asked her if she would go out on a date with him. She said, she'd think about it. So, and he was there when I was standing in his office being like, listen, here's her phone number. Text her, ask her if she wants to, go to lunch with you or something like that. I invited him to lunch when we used to go out to lunch, me and this girl, Nicole.
So there's no reason for this anger?
I've tried to help him out. And it's such BS. I've never done anything to this kid.
Gary?
He just hates me.
Well, you've done plenty to him. Take a look in the mirror. You know what I mean?
But I've never, in my opinion, I've never acted arrogant. I've tried to help him out. The only time I've ever said anything was during a fantasy football website.
Here's what he said to me this morning. I was talking to him about it this morning off the air because I said I didn't know there's anything going on with you guys. And he said that you're a little bit arrogant and you have a swagger, which I said I hadn't seen.
I'm confident, but I didn't realize it came across. I mean, he thinks it comes across as arrogant.
Well, I also think that when, you're at the bat mitzvah and a dancer, is asking, who you are, you're not even trying to hit on her, and you end up making a little time, he's jealous. I mean, because I don't think that's happening a lot in JD's life, nor mine or other people's here.
But for instance, in this bar, your bat mitzvah, he immediately hated this girl. The second he heard that, I've always told him, but I've tried to, just give him some advice and say, be less negative to some of the girls. When the interns are talking about, the guys on the staff and they start ripping on JD, I used to talk to him and say, listen, just don't be so mean to them.
Artie, did you ever have a friend when you were, like, growing up and you go to clubs and it was one of those guys who would go up to a girl and go, hey, you're so beautiful, and then she'd go beat it, and then he'd go, you fucking cunt, I hope you die. Like, that's JD. Like, he loves them till they don't like him back, and then he hates them.
Yeah, that guy was me. Anyway, no, listen, I think JD is being kind of hard on Jared. I said it on the air today. I think, Jared's a nice guy. I think you should give him another chance. I don't think Jared's one of these guys that he's talking about. We all know the guy he's talking about, but I don't think Jared's in that category. JD is just an extraordinary case of misery, disgust, and self-loathing. Yeah, I mean, and he's come on the road quite a bit now with me and Teddy. And I've gotten drunk and tried to literally beat God into that kid and teach him the way of the land. I mean, I'm the same way. I didn't get a lot of broad, so I had to fucking go get on a radio show. He's on a radio show, and there's ways to parlay that. Well, and he hasn't figured them out yet. I think he has to just delve into his personality a little bit more, because there is one there, and figure out a way to get laid. It can happen.
He's a great guy, and Jared, I hope you guys can patch things up.
He ended things. He came up to me after that. I went up to him and I said, JD, we work together. I can tell you haven't spoken to me in a couple months. Is there a problem? Can we work there? And he said, I'd prefer to keep this a professional relationship.
So you guys are on professional speaking terms.
I mean, if that's the way it's got to be. I was honestly trying to help him out a couple months ago. And
Did he ask you to ask chicks out for him?
No, I didn't ask chicks out for him, but he talked about this girl who was our former receptionist and how, she was beautiful and everyone knew she was beautiful and I was good friends with her. And he was always talking about, how he hates me and I'm hanging out with her. So I said,
wait. Are you talking about the girl that works for Maxim now?
Yeah. She works actually for Hits One.
Yeah, the truth of the matter is I'm thinking about this.
That's the girl we all talked about at K-Rock before we started.
Right, Jared should have been asking her out himself.
So I live in the same building with her. I'm very
And she said she would consider it?
So I went out to lunch with her all the time. And JD would always get pissed at me that I was going to lunch with her. So I said, JD, why don't you join us? Come to lunch with us. Start hanging out with us, start talking to her. So I was out to lunch with her one day. I said, hey, let's give JD a call, see if he wants to come along. We call. And he's just like, fuck off.
Well, dude, that kind of girl is so intimidating for him. That's why. I mean, he'll never believe that hot of a girl would remotely like him.
She thought he was funny.
I know, but he doesn't sink in. He doesn't.
So what was trying to be being nice.
He thinks that's a huge joke played by you and Nicole.
But it wasn't.
I know he doesn't get it.
Yeah, but if you're friends with the girl, what the fuck is he getting mad that you're going to lunch? I mean, life is too
that's
short.
The way he's gotten.
Life is too short for shit like that.
I was at the comedy show at Caroline's. I was with, two attractive girls.
Yes.
And I hear him mumbling under his breath. He's all angry, and those are friends of mine.
I know, and they were unbelievably nice girls too. Not the kind of girls who
they're not mean-spirited,
arrogant or anything. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe as time goes by, I would like to have thought by now though. He's been on the show for a little while. By now, it would have...
He doesn't know and it's not an abuse of the show, but he doesn't have a rap, and he doesn't know how to use the show to his favor, which doesn't mean, some guys have gone like, hey, I'm Joe, I'm on the Howard Stern show, and it's so stupid. He doesn't know how to just talk to people. He gets very nervous.
Yeah. But why would you think, Artie, that he would... I mean, I think JD's a great guy, but why would he have changed from 3 years being here?
Well,
your personality doesn't change.
Sure it does. No, Bench, people change. You get thrown into, he comes from like a small town. He's in Manhattan working on a high-profile show. You don't think people change? You change.
I think your personality is pretty set by the time.
No. I mean, Fred is a classic example of a guy who changed. Fred started working on the show, vocal on the air, very quiet off the air, lived by himself. Then he got married. Fred, lived in New York. His world was open to more things, and Fred's a different guy than he was.
If JD wants to change his personality, it could take a lot of specific work.
We're
to
not
do that.
talking about changing his personality completely. I'm just talking about getting some more balls or getting to negotiate yourself around women a little bit better. It doesn't have to be a full personality change.
Well, JD also doesn't like to talk to people. He said that to me. You know,
Right.
he literally would rather sort of be and whatever happens, happens.
But he likes a bunch of us, and he likes hanging out with us.
He does.
I don't know. I've never been good with women either. I don't know how to talk to women. Who the fuck does? It's like, they're different people than us.
We're going to try and get him on the phone again as he's down at jury duty. What's up, Shul?
I just want to tell a quick Jared story. I did a show at Caroline's a couple weeks ago on the weekend, and Jared was coming out to see the show. I told the hostess, I said, there's a guy coming from Sirius. You'll love him. He's really hot. And after the show, the hostess stopped me. She was cute, nice blonde. She goes, "You were right. Your friend was really cute." And I go, "All the gay ones are."
What the fuck you said? I mean, you're teeing it up for him there, too. I mean, how many people say that about a guy friend?
Because
You'll love this guy. He's hot.
Yeah, because it annoys me that he's hot.
And I know the
chicks
blonde.
flock to him, and she's hot,
Was
right?
that one of my shows you're talking about?
Yeah.
The blonde, yeah, she is hot at Caroline.
I mean, no woman has ever asked who I was at a club except to have me thrown out.
two of the hottest chicks I've ever banged in my show business career have been waitresses at comedy clubs. Right. Because they see you getting laughs enough, eventually they go, well, maybe this guy isn't a complete loser.
Maybe he'll be the one to get me out of here.
But the worst is bombing. Like, there's a great episode about Seinfeld. There's a great Seinfeld episode about this. There's no gray area. Like, if you kill in front of a chick, if you're going to invite a chick you really love, you better make sure it's a crowd and a night you think you're going to do good, because if you kill in front of a chick, that's the biggest aphrodisiac there is, and you got a better chance at least at banging them. If you bomb in front of anybody, like there's you look so hopeless.
Didn't you have
up there and miserable and pathetic that never gets out of people's minds. You could go on to make it, but
you try to make up excuses about the crowd.
Yeah, and there's a Seinfeld episode where this chick sees him bomb and she's hot, and he's like, "Well, can we go out again another time?" She goes, "I don't know. You were pretty bad up there."
He says, "What changed?" She goes, "I saw your act."
Yeah, he's like, well, "It was a bad crowd. Come tomorrow night," and that is so true. So. Even when you're broke, though, if you can go on stage and kill at a club, that helps get some chicks.
Jay in Toronto, welcome to the Wrap-Up Show.
Hey, guys, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Jay, what's on your mind?
Hey, Jared, I'm flying into New York on Thursday for business. Do you think you can hook me up with Nicole Biggins? That guy is such a professional fucking charity case. I can't believe he passed up on Channel 1.
Yeah, I mean, she's a beautiful girl, and she's actually really nice, and was,
Well, not only that, but the guy, I don't know.
Nicole.
Nicole Biggins,
Jewish
man.
star.
Channel 1.
Who's Nicole?
Hold on. Everybody calm down. There's 17 people talking. Wait a second.
Nicole is the former receptionist here with the black.
Oh, yeah.
And Jared tried to set JD up, but she was like, the answer wasn't slam dunk no. She was thinking about it.
But was she being nice, or was she really thinking?
Who gives a shit?
You know what?
What do you mean?
It was just going to lunch and just hanging out, because he would never talk to her. And I said, why don't we all go out to lunch? Come join us. Come hang out with her, talk to her, because she may seem intimidating because she's a very beautiful girl, but she's down to earth. And I was hoping that by JD hanging out with, a very beautiful girl and realizing that, they're not all assholes, that, he'd open up to them.
All right, we could get closer to girls that you could bang that he couldn't.
We left a voicemail for JD. We'll see if he calls back. Thanks, Jared, for clearing things up here, and hopefully we'll get your relationship to be more than just professional with JD moving forward. JD Harmeyer, you're back on the Wrap-Up Show.
I am. Should I give away the breaking news?
Yes.
That my case was settled. So I will be able to, coming out to Vegas now.
Can you talk about your case, JD?
He never made it.
Oh, no?
Wow,
it was settled.
You know what sucks, JD? Jared got the last ticket.
Bummer City, dude.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Hey, JD, we got to have you on tomorrow, too, because Jared was in here. You couldn't hear because you were over jury duty. And was saying he doesn't understand why you don't like him, because he's trying to help you with a bunch of things, including, setting you up to come out to lunch with a girl you found attractive and just trying to be nice to you in general. He doesn't understand why you don't like him.
I got to go, guys. Answer that, JD. I got to go. I'll see you later.
Thanks, Harvey.
All right.
He's talking about Nicole.
Answer that, JD.
Do what?
Do you notice how Teddy and JD have become a team?
Yeah.
Like A combo.
Well, two of them together equal one personality.
Hardy, okay. Everyone's a comedian now.
Well, but answer the question Gary asked you, JD.
What about Jared being nice?
Yeah, trying to help you.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about Nicole, I mean, he's joking around there. I mean, there's no way Nicole would ever be into me, and we all know that.
So do you think that when he tried to have you guys all go out to lunch, you think he was mocking you?
I don't know about mocking, but if he's saying that on the air, saying that was serious or whatever, I mean, it's whatever. Whatever.
Well put, sir. Well put. Jared, were you mocking JD?
Not at all. And actually, I just sent a text message to Nicole asking her if she can come on and, explain. She's just finished the show up, and I think she's getting a bite to eat. But if she does finish, JD, I wasn't mocking you. I was going to lunch with her many times during the week saying, come hang out with us. And every single time, you're just blowing me off thinking that, I'm being an ass.
Well, yeah.
But why?
I thought you were, I guess. I don't know.
And then I heard...
Besides, I thought you were hitting on her anyway. So,
unfortunately, that's the opinion that everyone was getting at work. And it's not the case. She's one of my best friends. I live in the same building with her. And I figure, why not, be nice and invite you out to lunch?
Whatever.
And then I heard that...
that was a long time ago anyway. That was like, last year.
But I heard that Jared came to you after whatever, trash talk you guys were having on the football thing. And I heard Jared came to you and said, hey, I noticed you haven't talked to me for a while. Can we be friends? Can we make it up? And you said, I'd rather just deal with you strictly on a professional basis.
Yeah, well, it wasn't like that. He came into my office and said, do you have a problem or anything? Do you have a problem with me or something? And I said, well, yeah, I'd like to, just have I'll, talk to you on a professional basis only. And, and he was like, okay. And he left, and I was like, whatever. That's it.
That's completely different from what Gary said. All right, JD, congratulations on the big news. We're glad your case was dismissed. You'll be back. Thank you once again, Jared. Teddy, let's take a quick break. When we come back, Donald Trump calling JD.
Yeah. Someone told me you just blew $500 on a new PlayStation.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, earlier this year for Christmas, yeah.
What are you, Winnie the retard?
PlayStation. Dominic,
PlayStation
you're on the air.
3. Thank you very much.
I wanted to thank J.D. for how nice he was when we were watching Hardy down in Atlantic City. So Leslie and I are giving him a $500 gift certificate. However, we want to know if he wants clothing, like we'll apply at the Gap, or does he want me to give him a credit at a strip club?
What would you rather have?
Strip club.
All right, you tell me the place. I don't know.
Where you want to go?
Rick's Cabaret.
All right, I will today call them up and you'll...
Is that where that fat black chick is?
Yeah, his
She wasn't fat, all right?
Dominic, can you just make out a check to a fat black chick over at Rick's Cabaret?
No, seriously, I will call them today.
We gotta find that girl.
Make a credit for you.
Like, JD, here's a perfect example. Talk about screaming loser. Instead of taking $500 and maybe buying, I don't know, a little bit of an outfit that could get you a real broad.
He's sending it right to the strip club.
No, you don't understand. She's so beautiful. She's got a big, fat
He can
ass.
get up in that VIP room with her.
JD is still under the delusion. He's one of these days a chick's gonna be his girlfriend.
No.
I think you are.
No, I'm not.
You don't think you're ever going to get a girlfriend?
Get a girlfriend?
I think he's under the delusion of he can talk a stripper into being his girl.
That delusion ended like years ago, 2 years ago.
But do you think you'll ever get a real girl?
I don't know.
When we first started taking him to strip clubs, he thought that he could bring the strippers home with him in some way. And then we told him that it probably wasn't going to happen, but he didn't believe us.
Oh, he thought there was a store you could go buy a girl.
Yeah. Well, he thought that maybe one of them would fall in love with him.
But I'm just saying, he couldn't find a girl on the street, but he thought there was a store you could go to.
All right. Hey, Dominic, very generous of you. Thank
All right,
you.
now you know how they use this Facebook in divorce cases.
No, how do they use it?
The spouse puts his wife's picture up and makes up all lies and things about her, like, enjoy sex with donkeys, like to go to sex clubs. And they fill it all out. And they do it on all the different Internet things. And the wife gets, of course, messages and calls. And they really have a problem stopping this because there's no controls.
All right. Well, thank you, Dominic. Fascinating look.
So Facebook was bought by a huge company. That's what happened. Now this kid got $1 billion.
Remember that Barney's gift card you gave him, JD?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, JD, yeah.
He sold it for $250.
Oh, that's right. I just heard this yesterday.
No, you're kidding. How much was it for?
He got 50 cents. He got 50 cents.
I needed money then, and I thought that certain person would not say anything. But
who'd you sell it to?
Well, when I was friends with him, it was Jared Fox.
Right.
Oh, that's why you don't like Jared.
No, that's not.
In Jared's defense, he waited to tell me that till yesterday.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have time to talk about it yesterday. But I gave him a $500 Barney's gift certificate, so he sold it for 50 cents on the dollar.
You could have brought it to me, J.D. I would have given you the $500.
I'm sorry. I wasn't. Well,
I'm sorry.
We don't talk. I don't know.
I don't know how, as the guy who gave me that gift, I don't know how to feel.
Oh, no,
you hate Jared, right? Is that why you hate him?
Is that the only reason?
Yeah.
No. I just don't like him personally.
I heard you got pissed that he was at Rick's the other night while you were there. Like there was a whole big thing.
He can be anywhere, and if I'm there, I don't like it. So
what?
We can be anywhere. It's not just Rick's. It's wherever.
The other day, I'm sitting here, and JD's telling me what's on my page for the show. And sometimes I have to go, JD, I apologize. I don't know what you're saying. I just don't even know what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Well, we have limited amount of time, and I try and get it out as fast as possible.
Yeah. So Jared was there, and he's real good looking. And he was at Rick's Cabaret.
Well, it was just, it was
annoying to you?
You really hate him.
I don't like him.
So you were annoyed?
Yes.
Did you actually see him or like?
Yes, of course. We were like in the same area together. Like,
isn't Rick's like 5 floors? I mean, can't you guys pick a floor?
no. Well, they were filming like around and stuff, and
you want to be part of that?
No, we were waiting. Me and Richard were supposed to do something, so we were waiting.
Hey, Jared, if you're listening, why don't you get some dances from that fat black chick JD's all hung up on?
Howard?
Yeah.
The guys are telling me that JD's hatred for Jared is so deep now that he won't even acknowledge him in the office. Jared walks in and says hello, and JD just turns his chair.
Wow.
I feel a breeze going by. I don't know who that is.
How many good-looking people would you say you like?
I like Will Murray. He's a good guy.
Whoa.
So is that weird when you see him, like, and you have to turn your back? Is it weird?
Just, for the moment, and I just walk away.
Wow.
Jeez, I just don't understand how this got to this point.
I was a big misunderstanding.
So crazy.
I told him that he said me.
So at what point you were good enough friends with him to go to him and think he'd keep a secret that... I mean, you cut a gift's value like right in half.
What?
Notice what Benji did. He went right to the source and got all the money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to give these jerk-offs
gifts anymore. Dude, I would give you $500 so you could have had the full 500.
Yeah.
And I'll go to Barney's. I go to Barney's all the time.
I would have done the same thing.
But
should have done Benji's move of, like, keep bugging Teddy about it.
Well, this was before, I think, Teddy, I don't know. All
right. Thanks a lot, JD.
Yeah, thanks.
Good going. Well,
thank you, Jared.
And thank you, Dominic, $500 over at Rick's for you.
Got to worry about that, young man.
Right. By the way, Jared, Tim's assistant, is very angry with JD.
And he should be.
I don't know if you want to hear Jared's response to what JD said earlier this morning about Jared.
Well, we're only hearing one side of the story.
All right, real quick, Jared, I got to give you a little airtime to fight back against JD. If he's here.
Boy, I said Jared lost his look.
Yeah, 2 seconds. He was just here. He just walked out. He was...
That's Benji.
Pacing around angrily.
Why is Jared so upset? What's going on?
I don't know what goes on with these two. I don't know. He's just mad that he's being portrayed in not a nice way.
You know what it is? Jared's a really good-looking dude, and finally it's like Revenge of the Nerds. JD...
You know that this whole thing started over an argument over rotisserie football. Yes.
Jared, what's going on? I'll give you a second to respond. You're JD's enemy. He was talking about you earlier this morning. I even forget what he said, but it was not nice.
You know, I just told him, I was going to tell him, but they started following me with the cameras, and I don't want the cameras picking it up. You're fine if you don't like me. I don't care. I have no problems with him, but stop talking shit about me. I don't talk about him. And
what did he say about you this morning? I forget. Honestly, I do.
He said, well, he was the one who ratted J.D. out to Artie about the gift being sold at 50 cents on the dollar.
But I said that was a while ago, and not until a bigger situation came up did it ever get mentioned.
Jared, you're really upset about this, aren't you?
I'm not, it's just, it's fine if you don't like me, JD. I have no problems with you, but I don't go around trashing you. I don't go around trashing you, and you do that to me all the time. Anytime you have an opportunity, you're going to talk trash about me.
JD, how do you respond in your inarticulate way?
I really have no response. He got his story out, and now he's on the air. So
can
whatever.
you look at him?
No.
All right, what Jared is saying, he no longer wants you to talk about him.
That's fine. I won't talk about him. But it's also weird within the office because you got people like Will or whatever trying to start shit whenever me and Jared are like in the same area.
Don't fall for it.
Will's like,
you were upset with Jared at the strip club, right? You were upset that he was even in the same strip club with you.
Well, no, it was just I don't necessarily.
You're jealous of his looks and you were afraid the girls would like him better? Is that it?
Would you lose your girls?
Oh, I'm sure I lose my girls. I don't necessarily like being in the same areas. It doesn't have to be the strip club. It's even here. And so
But there's got to be more to that.
Really?
And the fact that Jared's coming on the air asking you to see what it is, he apparently doesn't think it's as big a deal as you. So what
JD, did you tell Tim that Jared is a piece of shit? Tell the truth, did you?
I might have after he told Jason what
What
did he say?
What happened?
I ran out of steam.
Right, Jared, what do you want to say to JD?
JD, I have no problems with you. I've actually I've gone up to JD after this all came out and said, can we just put this past us? Can we, continue to do business and speak to each other? And he said, I don't even want to speak to you. That's fine.
On a professional basis.
But if you don't want to speak to me, then don't go behind my back and say that, I'm a piece of shit and things like that.
You want to see him on a personal basis?
Are you going behind Jared's back? Jared's saying don't go behind his back.
That's fine.
What do you mean that's fine? Are you really going to be able to do that?
I will not say a word.
Artie, is it true out in Vegas he flipped out when he heard that story I told you about the girls that we went out with?
Yes, it is true.
And you're trashing me out there also.
What happened, JD?
I don't know.
Well, you know what? Unlike some people, they don't want their business talked about, so I won't talk about it.
I'm not talking any names, but I heard
okay, whatever.
Jared, what are you comfortable talking about on the air?
Wait. JD, what are you saying? I don't understand.
I'm saying he got very lucky with a penthouse girl.
You got lucky with a penthouse girl?
Well, Jared, you brought this up. What do you want to talk about?
So were you jealous?
I did.
Of course, but whatever. It doesn't mean...
So he got a did he bang a penthouse girl and you're pissed off about it? Is that what you're saying?
A chick who JD thought was hot.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So you're
basically,
jealous.
yes. Of course.
You hate him.
So you hate him because the guy got laid?
And then he started trashing out in Vegas.
A lot of people got laid.
Brad Pitt is getting laid. Do you hate him?
What do you want from Jared? So he got lucky.
I don't want anything.
Think you were going to get the penthouse chick?
No, it's just it's a whole it's his whole attitude and whatever. It's whatever.
What is his attitude?
What attitude?
It's the attitude I see and whatever.
What is it?
Everyone else is fine with it. I don't care. That's fine.
Whenever I hear JD talk about Jared, there's one word that shows up over and over again: arrogant.
Because he's good looking and confident.
I guess, yeah.
JD, can I tell you something? I relate to you more than you know. And this chick, I won't mention any names, but it's a chick that JD might have spoken to. And
no, I never spoke to her.
Well, okay, he thought she was hot, all right? And,
Who fucking who?
If somebody else bangs them, it doesn't mean they're arrogant. I know. You got to let that go. You got to let that go. It's life. It's how life works. There's plenty of broads out there.
Some guys are going to get more women than
I let it go. Dude,
And the thing is, Jared wasn't walking around flaunting it in an arrogant way. We had a private conversation about it.
Artie, I'm trying to let these two guys talk.
Well, no.
You're not letting them talk.
JD's not saying what he's...
That's the idea.
Yeah, but...
You're not getting the show.
It would be better if you understood what I'm trying... It would be
Believe me,
funnier.
it makes no difference.
There was no arrogance, though. I told Artie in a private conversation. Artie mentioned it out in Vegas, and then I heard that JD started trashing me.
What did you say
arrogant.
when you trashed him? What could you say?
I was like, fucking asshole. I don't know.
I was
See what I mean, Artie? This is funny hearing him try to explain.
Yeah, all right.
You're too articulate for this guy.
No, I understand, but...
JD.
There's situations going on. I don't want,
JD, it sounds to me all right? In your own befuddled way, what you're saying is, hey, I wasn't born with all of Jared's good looks. I don't have Jared's breaks. I don't have the wardrobe Jared has. I don't get the penthouse chicks that Jared gets.
I can't make sense.
And I can't even explain myself. I need Artie to step in.
If you keep selling $500 Barney's gift certificates, $250, you're never going to have the wardrobe.
My point is, it sounds like a massive case of jealousy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sure it is, but it's also, there's just, a way about him, the way he talks to me, the way... we've talked before and stuff, and I was just like, whatever, I'm done with it.
Can you explain it to me? Because how am I speaking to you?
I don't know. Just don't worry about it.
Jared asked you to explain it to him.
It's just, I don't know.
Explain to Jared what he's doing wrong so he can correct it. What has he said?
He's just being himself. That's it.
Be specific.
Come
Say
on.
what he said.
Give an example.
You.
I don't know.
JD, I went up to you after you started saying that I was after you, and I said, what did I do? I
do you want an example? Of, all right.
That's what we're looking for.
This is totally going to be like whatever to you guys, but to me, it was just like another Jared being Jared.
Hearing you explain anything is always priceless. Go ahead.
For Halloween, he came dressed as a pimp. All right, and I'm not talking about just like a joking pimp. You could tell he was a little serious about it, or whatever. I don't know.
What?
It just annoyed me. Okay,
go ahead. Now I'm getting.
And that was it. And it's just little things like that.
All right. So when you went to the Halloween party, you're saying, and this is good to know, Jared's costume was arrogant.
To me, it was.
Maybe it's the costume that you hated, not Jared.
A pimp.
Yes.
You mean Jared dressed up as a pimp, and that pissed you off?
Yeah.
You took that as a personal offense.
No, well, no, not personal, but...
What he's saying.
Enough so that at work, you would turn your head and not look at the guy.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't even remember, what we were fighting about whenever I said this, that he...
I got to tell you, JD.
Yes.
I got your back.
No, I know.
I got your back.
That was a bad example.
You know I like it.
I know.
You're offended by his Halloween costume?
I don't want anything I say to affect...
What would you like Jared to dress as next Halloween? Something more humble, like maybe Cinderella?
Did he say,
just like a toad?
Was he mad that your nerd costume seemed a little too real?
What costume were you wearing at that same party?
I didn't actually dress up.
So you didn't even bother.
Were you pissed that he even had a costume?
No.
Can I ask a quick question, JD? If I'm so arrogant, I'm so mean to you, can you explain then when you turned in your performance review, I came to you and sat down and tried to help you write it out, try to be a little more articulate about it?
Well, that was when we were friends.
But what happened?
That's before the costume.
I thought you dressed like a pimp.
What was your costume? Was it a big fur coat?
It was, I bought it at one of those costume stores. It was a coat and a hat. And a
big coat and hat.
And a cane.
And you walked in arrogantly wearing it.
I was wearing the same coat as Bob Levy wore.
Right,
he wore the same costume.
You wore a big coat, a flashy coat with a cane.
A giant red coat.
Halloween, and you were did you have a shirt off? Were you showing off your physique?
Absolutely not.
No.
I was wearing it came in a package that you could buy for $20.
Did you think it would upset JD? Did you ever consider JD's feelings when you put on your pimp outfit?
I did not think twice.
Were you thinking of JD when you bought the outfit? Oh, this will piss him off.
He's lying. He knew how to kill me.
Jay, do you think there was a reality to it in that he might really have a stable of girls?
JD, would you like him to dress up in the Dungeons and Dragon outfit? Would that be more in keeping?
Maybe as one of the guitar heroes.
Would you like him to come as a guitar hero from your guitar game?
JD, there's got to be a better example of why you feel this way. That's not a good example.
It's just that my associations with him, it was always where I tried to like him and he would say something and would just annoy the fuck out of me.
You know what?
And then I would try, and then I would try again, and I just got tired of it. I was just like, why do I have to keep trying? I don't have to be friends with everyone in this world.
But Howard, these are the stories that he would freak out about. I'd be sitting in the back on a Friday afternoon with Will and Jason, and we'd be talking about our night before or the weekend. And he'd hear something that I did or, somewhere I was, and he'd freak out about it, thinking that I was making an attack towards him.
So it sounds to me...
And he would also lie about, being with certain girls or whatever. Just to annoy me.
How do you know?
Because he would tell me. He would tell me, I was just joking. I was like...
Well, maybe he felt you were upset about it.
And maybe he really was, and he was trying to make you feel better.
Whatever.
It seems to me that if I can sum up, because I got to move along.
You can figure this out? I don't
Here's what it is.
understand why he's upset.
Jared, when you dress up for Halloween, because you get so many girls because of your good looks and you're articulate.
How dare you dress as a pimp?
You know how to speak the English language. You know how to explain yourself. You're good looking. When you dress up like that, it makes JD feel bad about himself. And then when you have sex with penthouse pets and other girls, it makes him feel bad.
So what should Jared do?
Well, Jared,
throw acid in his face.
Listen, I don't want my issues or whatever to affect anyone else's.
Oh, their issues. Does anybody else feel the same way you do? That's a good thing. Does anyone else feel the same way?
Jared hate club?
Yes. I just heard other people.
Who is in it?
I don't know.
I think people tell you they hate Jared so that you.
Oh, that's fine. Whatever. Okay, it's fine. You know, I'll be the only one.
On your friend's Facebook or whatever that is. Facebook. Do you say anything about Jared on Facebook?
No.
What about on your MySpace?
No.
You never talk about Jared?
No.
Okay.
Why?
Has Jared ever been a friend, and did he get thrown out?
I've heard that you hate Jared. Well, one of the reasons you hate Jared is because all the intern hot chicks think he's cute. And
right away.
And let's be honest about it. Is that true? That gets on your nerves?
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Well, why hate him, though?
Yeah,
what should he do?
Not anything about that.
Would you like him to wear a
say that was the only
burqa? You want him to gain 50 pounds?
No.
What do you want him to do?
One of our past interns who JD had a crush on was my cousin's girlfriend. He got angry when I was talking to her. He got pissed that I was talking to my cousin's girlfriend, who was an intern here.
JD, that's crazy. JD, look at me. Come here. Look at me. Look at me.
Yes.
I'm commanding you.
Hold on. I have to...
Look at me.
What?
Yes, go ahead.
What are you doing?
I have to change... My phone is on. I wanted to...
That's all right. Ignore it. You can ignore it. We're on the air.
Why do you want to make it sound? Sorry.
Listen to me. This is sounding a little crazy.
I know.
I want you to apologize to Jared.
I'm sorry, Jared.
And look at him.
No. That was not a real apology. I'm ruling on this now.
Why do I have to apologize to him?
I'm going to tell you why. This is crazy talk. You don't like the fucking guy because he wears a Halloween costume?
Good looking.
Now listen.
There's okay, hold on. There's no one ever that you've met ever that you just didn't like just based on like
a Halloween costume?
No. That wasn't. That was like an example.
I hate I walk in, I see Frankenstein. I hate him.
No, no.
My one buddy dressed like Greg Nettles in 12th grade, and I said, "You think you're a great third grade?"
But I'm just saying, no. But hold on. There's no one like you don't like talking to or will not talk to based on
Jared. You're reacting to. You're not even looking at the guy. You don't even
because
face him.
I'm just whatever.
Listen.
Look at him.
If I tell you you're being crazy, I want you to look at Jared right now and say, Jared, I apologize. I'm not going to turn my back on you.
That's fine. I will be the bad guy. I don't. Jared, I am sorry.
There's Jared in his pimp outfit.
Look at it, JD.
And yeah, look at the hot chick he's with.
I saw plenty of it.
Wow. You know what? I do hate him. I hate you, Jared.
Wow.
Look at that chick here. Who is that?
Who's that?
She is hot.
She's a bartender I work with.
Wow.
JD, come on. Look, dude.
I hate you, too. Me and you, JD, we're in on this together.
I'm not
talking to Jared either.
You got to nip this in the bud,
looking at him.
You're going to go drive yourself crazy your whole life if you keep thinking that.
JD.
What?
Get out this anger. Go ahead. Say to Jared. Listen, my friend, I apologize.
Jared? It's not my friend.
Come on.
Jared, I apologize.
Apology accepted.
Did you really look at him, or were you looking at him?
No, he looked.
I don't think so. I'm looking at
He's
him.
a little bit.
No way he was looking at
He's a little
Jared.
bit cross-eyed. That's okay. You can't hold that against him.
He just called Benji Jared, from what I saw.
All right, go ahead.
Which is a common mistake here.
You know.
We can go.
No, you got to look at him.
I thought I just did.
No,
Shake
you
his
didn't.
hand. Give him a handshake. Shake his hand.
Why?
Give him a hug.
Give him a handshake. Call the feud over. Come on, this is silly.
There's no feud. I just don't like him. There's no feud.
What did he do to you? Shake his hand. Give the man a handshake.
Why do I have to shake his hand?
You don't have to. I'm saying if you're a man, you'll go over and shake his hand.
He actually told me he tried to help JD with a girl once, and JD got pissed at that.
No. You tried to set him up, Jared?
Well, I didn't try and set him up, but
this was after I had already been to lunch with this girl, and there was no interest or whatever. And he's whatever.
One of my good friends, attractive girl that works here. JD found attractive. I knew that she wasn't, looking to date anyone, but I said, why don't you come out? because he immediately started getting angry at some of these attractive girls. So I said, why don't you come out, speak to them, and just see that, they're actually not that bad of people, and they're not, So I invited him out to lunch. I had her call him and invite him out to lunch.
Oh, my God.
And
what was lunch like?
And again, but this wasn't anything more than just going out to lunch.
So you
but
try
being
to
able
help the guy
to
out.
an attractive
You took
girl.
offense to that? What, JD?
It wasn't under the guise of,
JD, did you take offense to that?
Well, you know what? I don't remember everything or whatever. It's just whatever.
Hey, how many times can you use whatever in this?
I'll use it as many times as I want.
JD, you're going to learn what I learned. That good-looking guys can be your friends. They can get you laid.
Dude.
I'm telling you.
JD, you're not being upfront because when this subject, the one they just discussed about him wanting to take out to lunch, came up on the wrap-up show like 6 months ago, you said flat out that you felt like he was treating you like a charity case and like fuck him.
I don't know about fuck him, but yeah, I don't like being a charity case.
But you are. Dude.
Well, Jimmy, I'm sorry if I presented it that way, but I was just trying to, introduce.
Well, Jared, in JD's defense, here is Mike on the phone who agrees with JD about.
Oh, really?
Jared, go ahead, Mike.
Hey, guys, I used to intern last semester, and JD is 100% correct. There should be a shitload of guys in the back office that are coming out to his defense, because this guy walked around like his shit doesn't stink the whole time.
Because I didn't interact with the interns?
What's that?
Because I didn't interact with you?
No, you interacted, but you walk around like your shit don't stink, and you talk to like all the females. Like,
well, you a hot chick?
What do you want him to do?
All right, Mike agrees with JD. No one can seem to really pinpoint this. Well,
JD, my antenna's up with arrogant guys. I hate them. I really don't. And he's not a guy like that.
No,
I'm telling you, he's a good guy.
I'm with Artie on that. I've never. When I heard JD making those accusations, I was like blown away because he seems like he's a good-looking guy. And I think for being a really good-looking guy,
does your shit actually stink, or is it true your shit doesn't stink?
I've never smelled my shit.
Irish John, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, I just want to say, JD's coming off like he's gay for Jared. I think he's got a man crush. The things he resents him for, usually you hate a guy for something.
Are you in love with Jared? No. Do you want to sleep with him?
How great would that be?
Howard, can I ask JD something? Because Howard did this when Jason and Scott DePace didn't get along. Can you tell me 3 redeeming qualities about Jared?
Can you tell us something good about him?
And not looks.
Do you think he's good looking?
If you're, I guess, yeah. If you're friends with him, he'll help you out. With things.
If you're a total stranger, he won't help you. What an asshole.
All right, listen, it's enough of this. Thank you, JD.
Thank you.
I really think we're in trouble here. JD's a little crazy.
JD, come on. Yeah, buddy.
Jared, I hope it works out with you two guys. I wanted to give you some airtime to air this out. Obviously, it's a bigger problem than I thought.
Thank you very much.
Stay clear of JD if he's near any sort of knife.
Do the chickens have large talons?
Now I feel bad for JD.
JD is oh my God, I'm really concerned.
That wasn't going to bode well for him because I knew there was no real good explanation behind his hatred for him, and
yeah,
he can't
he's
explain.
Literally upset that this guy has a life.
Well, I don't know. It was very upsetting to me. I was trying to bring those two closer together, and it didn't work out.
I feel bad for JT now.
It's awful.
He's in a funk.
You claim you care about JD, yet you were the one who revealed that JD's mom left him to live in Hawaii.
Well, I didn't know at the time that he was, this bad off. I would never have done that today.
Yes, you would. Here's JD being eloquent. Because everybody loves when JD explains why he doesn't like Jared.
Yeah. My whole thing with him, it's been me trying to sort of like him. And and I would like him here, and then just something would happen, or he would say something, and it just rubbed me the wrong way. And then I didn't like him, and it just happened over and over, back and forth. And I was just done, and then one day something happened, and we were talking, and he said something that rubbed me the wrong way, and I said, well, how about, I just never speak to you again, and he goes, okay, that's fine. And I said, fine, and I took it seriously, and that's what's happened since.
See?
Wow.
Does that explain it finally to you?
Now it's perfectly.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
What were the things, JD?
I don't remember.
You have to remember.
I don't.
If you
and then something happened. He knows the dates, but not what.
I don't know the dates.
I remember what he's wearing, but I'm blacking it out.
The funniest thing ever.
I'd try to like him here, and then something would happen, and then I wouldn't like him, and then it kept happening.
My favorite moment from last week was when J.D. was in here, and he's explaining why we said, we finally got him to give us a concrete reason why you don't like Jared. And you go, well, he wore a pimp outfit to the Halloween party, and his Halloween costume was arrogant.
Even the hat was arrogant.
It wasn't a concrete. It just added to evidence.
I didn't like his Halloween costume.
Listen,
That's
J.D.
my favorite.
J.D., we all have people in our life who we thought was a good friend, and then one Halloween they wear a shitty costume. And, it just goes to shit.
Did you see that costume? How could you be offended by that?
I mean, it looked ridiculous.
Exactly.
J.D. got angry when I tried to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
But I think it was something about fantasy football.
Yeah, that has come up a time or two.
And Jared made fun of J.D.'s picks, I guess, for fantasy football.
It wasn't. No.
Right? There's something tied in with fantasy football. Something geeky.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's always something geeky with me.
Right.
So. But, yeah, I mean, it just added, that was as bad as important as the pimp costume, It was just evidence.
What happened?
Evidence of what?
I don't know. Just reasons why not to like him, I guess.
What did he do?
What did he make fun of at the fantasy football? I don't understand.
He's just, he would, if he won, he would be... he would be...
He'd gloat?
Yes.
Yeah. And then he put on his pimp outfit.
Fantasy football is when you pick your own team of players. Explain fantasy football.
But Howard, it's involved.
It's very involved.
J.D., you should explain it, yeah.
What do you do? I don't understand.
I don't even know how J.D. can do it.
You pick different guys off different teams in the NFL?
Yes.
And you put together your fantasy team?
Yes.
And then based on their stats for that week, somebody wins?
Yeah, based on however many points each player scores, it's added. And
Right. So you pick different players and...
Yes.
But there's more to it than
you
that.
Actually, you don't get to pick your players. You get a draft.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do a draft.
Right.
And Jared beat you with this game?
Oh, well, yeah.
And so how much money did Jared win?
Oh, no, he didn't win the league.
He just beat you.
Yes, I was one of the lower.
So you mean he didn't even win and he was bragging?
He would brag if he would win like his individual game. I don't know. I really don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, you have to.
I know. I really don't want to. Like, I don't want to be accused.
What do you want me to play Fat People tapes? Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah.
I hate to break this to you, but he's an amazing Guitar Hero player too. That'll kill you.
Who's better on Guitar Hero? You? Who do you play Guitar Hero against?
I don't play against anyone.
He plays the machine.
Yeah, it's tough to get good at Guitar Hero when you're constantly fucking.
Can you play... Do you play Guitar Hero by yourself?
You can.
Yes.
And have you ever played against someone else?
I did at John Hines' bat mitzvah.
What, some little kid?
Yeah.
Did you
Jason?
win?
Yes.
You did? You beat a little kid?
I beat a little kid, and I beat Jason Kaplan twice.
If I was you, I'd live in a fantasy world, too, with fantasy football and Guitar Hero. I'd make believe I was on a football team and I could play guitar. I get it.
Why don't you just make believe you're a guy who likes Jared?
Yeah.
You can get through work easier.
I get to work fine now.
Do you get angry when you see that this obese guy can get a girl and you can't? Seriously.
No, because if you saw what the girl looks like,
Oh, she's not on.
Oh, no, she's one of the patients.
Oh, Mr. Judgmental.
But he managed to get a girl. You're not getting a girl.
J.D. could get her, he thinks.
Oh, surely he could get her.
It'd be funny if she turned him down. We got to do dating game with you.
Oh, God.
Bob, you're on the air in Detroit.
Hey, now, Howard. Just goes to show my point. A big fat guy can get a chick, and a guy who's somewhat normal and can't talk can't get any pussy. I think a great dating game show would be who can pick up the hottest chick, JD or Beat.
Beetlejuice could do it.
Yeah. My money.
Beetlejuice has game.
He would actually talk to people.
Yeah.
Now, he knows how to treat a chick, Beetlejuice.
He does. He's very, very, very full of himself. Very, very sure of himself.
Confident.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard. Even Robin said last week when Beat got his new teeth in, he's starting to even make more sense.
Maybe all his brains are in his fake teeth. All right, thank you. Yeah. Well, I hope you work out things with Jared, but it doesn't look like anytime soon.
Things will be fine. Don't worry.
Well, did you two agree to be civil to each other in the halls?
I've always agreed to be civil. I'm civil.
No, I mean talk to him to say, you know.
What? I have nothing to say. Nothing to say to
They agreed not to say fuck you to each other.
Fuck you!
Fuck you! Fuck you! Anyway, so there's the fat guy tapes. What is your statement, Al? Al in Hartford.
Hey, Al, how's it going?
Hey.
I just want to say, like, you know, I think JD's problem is he's too picky. He sees you with a hot girl, and even Artie can get a hot girl. He's just too picky. He's got to lower his standards a little bit.
Do you think that's it, JD?
I don't know. Maybe, but it's just like I can barely take care of myself.
Really?
And like, you know, I just seen people around me and their relationships just not go well, and it just makes me not want to deal with a girl whatsoever.
Who are you talking about?
His parents. Who else?
Well, and my roommate and that whole situation.
Yeah, but at least he's got a relationship.
Right. Oh, wow.
You know, I mean, we got to get you one. I'm going to get you a dial date.
If you find a girl more on your level, she'll take care of you.
I mean, seriously, if I could find a girl for Fred, he married her.
Yeah.
I can get you one.
Absolutely.
I mean, Fred was odd, too. I mean, he's straightened out a little bit because of the wife.
I didn't do fancy football.
I don't think it was easy getting Fred a girl.
See, and then you're going down a bad road if you're like, I'll never do it because everyone's miserable.
No,
you're convincing yourself.
You're already talking yourself out of the game.
No, I'm not saying I'll never do it. I'm just not right now.
Why would you like to have a girl right now? What is the problem?
I like jerking off too much.
It is tough to have a girlfriend in New York without any scratch. That's a
give
big
that
problem.
up.
Yeah, and they don't want me playing Guitar Hero.
Girls are so judgmental.
Like, could you afford to take a girl to dinner or something?
You think in the future you're going to want a girl? I mean, what's going to get better in the future?
I don't know.
You think things are going to get better in the future?
Well, you know.
What's going to get better?
I'm hoping so.
I mean, what will get better?
Hopefully my life. I don't know.
I don't see that.
Where's your life? Is it at a 2?
But don't you see, like, the insane pattern you're creating? Like, you had a $500 gift certificate to a really nice store in New York. You could have went out, bought yourself, I don't know, whatever, a shirt or something. Instead, you want to go to half of that money at a strip club. That's a crazy pattern to get into.
And that's Artie saying, a crazy pattern.
Yeah, that's even like, shit.
That's Artie saying.
Go out and buy yourself a turtleneck or something.
And the irony is I sold it to the guy who's really, really handsome.
I know.
Wolf, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, good morning.
Hey.
Hey, I was just thinking with Jay Thomas doing the show on Friday, out of your current staff, who do you think could carry their own radio show at the
JD. You want to do a show on a Friday?
I think we should give JD an hour.
Hi, you're on the air.
That's what it would be.
What it be? Hello? Hi, welcome to Jerry Show.
Should be him and John the Stutterer.
And, like, ask me questions and I'll answer. You want to do a show?
Just call it Ask JD.
I don't know. I guess I just haven't really found, like, an interesting, like,
don't worry
angle or anything to do.
I think Ask JD is it.
Welcome to the I Hate Jared show.
You Barry-face queer.
This is where you get on and talk about Jared. Hello, you're on the air.
You fucking scumbag.
JD, what do you think of Jared? I don't like him. Okay, thanks, man.
JD, this is Vinny in Queens. I think Jared sounds kind of arrogant. What about you?
Well, you know, he would have costume Halloween. I told him, forget it.
Hey, JD, you know it's ridiculous when people don't win and they still gloat about beating you.
To Jared, I know what you're talking about. Jared was gloating on fantasy football.
It's a very ugly trait.
JD, how come you can't get a girl? There's a lot of fat guys in the Brookhaven Clinic get a girl.
See, my roommate, father, brother,
He cited 3 relationships, and he's given up on them.
I'm not even giving up on them.
JD, how was that family reunion with your family? I don't know. No ticket. California. No money.
All right, Melrose, you're on the air.
Howard.
Yeah.
Howard, I think JD is very brilliant, entertaining, and I didn't used to like him, but I heard it last week with Jared, and I find JD fascinating.
So you're
totally
a fan.
mean this.
You're a fan, and you'd like to see JD do his own show.
Not every day.
Every day you'd like JD.
JD, is he available?
Yes.
JD, are you available?
I don't know. Am I?
You're very entertaining, JD. I don't understand you, but you're fascinating me.
Thank you.
You're fascinating to Melrose.
I woke up at 3 in the morning to hopefully JD would be on.
You're fascinating to a guy.
He's your biggest fan.
You're fascinating to a guy who stands on a corner and with a big sign.
And also can't get girls.
That's like Charles Manson saying, I find this guy a little psycho.
Artie.
Yeah.
You know, you're coming to L.A. in April, right?
Oh, God. Yeah. All right, we're going to play some Hawaiian music now on the JD show. And then we're going to talk about Jared some more. Okay, this one is our
This
favorite.
goes out to my new stepfather.
This goes out to the guy who met my mom on the internet.
This goes to Duke Kamaku, my stepfather.
I just want to give a shout out to Duke.
Makalaka hi, maka hiney ho.
If anybody saw Jared this weekend being arrogant, call in.
I like this JD show. It sounds good so far. Anybody who wants to request Hawaiian music.
Oh, how could it not be good for just an hour?
And they're like,
Hello, JD. I saw Jared talking to a girl.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't care. That's his business. That's his business.
Wait, guys.
Doesn't bother me.
We don't know that for sure. He could sue us. We don't know that for sure.
By the way, I'll be selling a $1,000 gift certificate for $50 in the next hour.
JD, what do you...
I love the show.
Yeah, it's a good show, right? Coming up, we're going to have the third place winner in the fantasy football. Why are you having the third place winner from fantasy football? Because, I don't know. JD's movie review time now, and then it'll be like big jingle, JD's movie review, and then it'll go like, well, what did you think of the movie Rocky 1? It's all right.
It's okay.
It's good.
The guy got hit a little bit.
I mean, it's good. It's good.
I mean, it's not like a classic or anything.
Yeah, it's all right.
JD, can I make a comment to Artie?
Every movie review, you just say, it's all right.
It's okay.
Telling you, man, it'll be good. Are the segments built in?
Without question.
I'll talk to Tim Sagan.
Okay.
Howard, can I ask Artie a question?
Oh, God, Melrose.
When you come to L.A., can we have a dinner for you at a restaurant?
Oh, my God.
Thanks for getting me out of that.
Who is this we?
This is we shit.
Bill, you're on the air in Rome, New York.
Hey, now, Howard.
Hey, now.
I called about the Friday J. Thomas show, but I got a JD game, too, after him. On that singing psychic broad, she called it right for you about 7, 8 years ago. Remember, she said you're going to get a divorce, meet a tall, skinny blonde.
Well, anybody could have predicted that. No, actually, I don't even, the singing psychic...
People kept saying that on the show.
I don't even know that the singing psychic predicted that, but Jay kept...
I heard the show.
But Jay keeps giving her credit for everything.
Right, this is after the fact. I don't have any tape of her actually saying it.
And Jay was right on the money because all of a sudden I found myself glued to the radio waiting to hear what the singing psychic had to say.
Yeah, I'm waiting for her next prediction.
Yeah, I got to admit, I got kind of tired of her because I go, well, this is all bullshit. Jay believed in it. And I was like, wow, it got me believing in it. It was a good show.
Well, I called in to talk to her, and then Shuli hit her with the question if you're going to have a baby or not.
Yeah, it said, yeah. Singing psychic said, oh, yeah. Then Jay asked a good question, too. He goes to the singing psychic, what's that tune?
I know, that was funny. Just my tune.
I just made it up. Oh, yeah. It was funny.
I think she's like Wyclef Jean.
Yeah.
Is JD still there, Howard?
Yeah.
All right, tell him to take his headphones off because he can't hear this part.
All right, take his headphones off for a second. The guy's got a game here we're going to play. Can you hear the guy now?
No. Hello?
You can't hear him?
Should I stay here?
Yeah, stay here.
Okay. I can't
Go ahead. What are you going to ask?
All right, now listen. We talked to him for 2 minutes.
Right.
We play under and over. He says 3 words, whatever, I don't know, and you know.
Hey, can you hear him now? No. All right, wait. All right, let me write that down, sir. Hold on. Say him again.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know,
okay.
And you know.
And how long does he get fucked in the ass?
All right, J.D. All right, come here. And for the next 2 minutes, explain to us why you don't like Jared. You can put your headphones back on.
For the next 2 minutes?
Yeah, or give him a topic, Robin.
Tell us about fantasy football.
Yeah, how do you play?
I just did.
Tell us how you play fantasy football.
Yeah, we didn't guess, though, Howard. We got to guess.
Oh, right. Take off your headphones.
Take off your
headphones. What's the over-under?
For a 2-minute conversation, we'll give them 15.
All right.
Whoa.
Oh, Robin, you want the over or the under?
I want the under.
No way.
I'm going to take the under also. Artie?
Oh, God.
That's 3 words, remember.
All right.
Yeah, the under for that. That's.
All right, let's just see. And Fred, can you keep track with a bell?
I'll do my best.
All right, and I'll keep track, too, if you get some kind of sound effect. All right, come here now, J.D. We got a good game going here. All right. Guy came up with something good. This is Bill from Rome.
Hi, Bill.
Yeah. All right. This is the Bill game with J.D. All right. See, I'm starting to see a show for J.D. just in the game. All right, J.D., I don't understand fantasy football. For the next 2 minutes, can you describe fantasy football?
Well, I don't know if I could do it for a full...
Go ahead.
Go on.
Go ahead.
I don't know if I can do it for a full...
Go ahead.
A full 10 minutes.
10,
or 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
But, yeah. You take players and you draft them into your own team.
You draft them?
Yes.
So how do you draft them?
You pick them, or you do it over the computer, or you have a group get together and you write down the names.
Is the fantasy football league just you and your friends, or
yeah,
it is?
Yeah, for the most part, unless you join a individual whatever league. But
okay.
Go ahead.
Go.
What? How much time is left?
That's only 48 seconds.
All right, okay, keep going.
All right, so you take that team, and each player, you get points from like whether a player scores a touchdown or you get points for however many yards someone gets, and you take those points and you...
Do you understand anything he's talking about?
No.
I'm still weird out.
Keep going, though.
Howard, I know how to play it, and he's making me not understand.
Dude, you can't even give a simple explanation, can you?
I guess not. Well, and you take those points, and whoever has the most wins.
But I don't understand.
Maybe you better explain to me again when's the last time you got laid. That's a bit more important.
Explain the infield fly rule.
I don't even understand Guitar Hero. What is that?
Oh, it's a video game. You play... It's like you play a song with... And instead of chords or whatever, you have buttons.
Chords? What?
Chords or frets or whatever. You get
5 seconds.
You get buttons.
Yeah.
And whenever like a different note comes up.
That was whenever.
I'm sorry.
All right, take that back. How many did he get? 6?
6.
It was definitely an under, but a great game.
Yeah, great game.
What a great
Has
game.
a lot of potential.
Do I even know what this game was?
No.
What was I supposed to
No,
do?
but
Can you figure out it all? Try to think what we were doing based on...
Something about something I kept repeating. I don't know.
Right.
You don't know what it is, though?
No.
For every time you say whatever, I don't know, or you know, you get a point. And then there's an over-under. And then in 2 minutes, we see how many times you say it. So you hit it 6. This guy
gave us 15.
He gave us 15 for the over-under.
That's a high number.
Yeah.
But you hit 6.
But, you know, there are some days when if he's going on off script, not explaining a game like that, that could just go crazy.
All right, JD.
Yeah, if you get him talking about Jared, I think
Off script.
JD, there's a radio show in you, I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, I would do one. I just don't want to do something that would sound the same as, everyone else.
There's also a mass murder in you.
Possibly.
You think you'd sound the same as everyone
I don't
else?
know.
You're going to sound like a DJ all of a sudden?
Or just like, I don't know.
That's 2. That's 2 within 5 seconds. That's what I'm saying.
That's a good game. The Queefer. Dr. Christoph, you're on the air.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to the Rap. Oh, that's a different show. How are you guys?
Hey.
Hey, is JD still in there?
No.
Did he pull any tape from Riley's show last night? Cause
Oh,
it
yeah.
sounded like he had a bad case of food poisoning.
Well, I got like people send me emails and stuff, and someone said, "Gee, it sure sounded like Riley had a few cocktails before the show."
But Riley's been struggling with some chronic food poisoning.
Yeah. But maybe it's food poisoning again. Like
You motherfuckers.
Let me hear. I'll play you some O'Reilly show.
You stupid bastard.
I'll tell you who else I think might have had food poisoning. I was listening to J.D. on the wrap-up show. There was one point they asked him something. I don't know what his answer was. I could not understand. He's the greatest.
But that's why everybody's saying he is the hottest thing going now. We need J.D. T-shirts. We need everything.
Well, anyway, J.D.'s a superstar.
Well, you should have him have his own show at the very least.
Before I play the Riley stuff, here's J.D. They were asking him again about this feud that he has with this guy Jared who works here.
Go there?
But I would listen to it and I go, I don't know what he just said.
We were going to try to get Jared in for a lap dance, and I think that if we would have brought him in, she'd have gone, sure, I'll try it out on him, and then that would have really been telling. But we couldn't get that bit going.
Well,
how would you have felt about
calm that down.
What would you have done?
I would have just done figures. I would just been, well, you know, yeah. I don't know.
Wow.
That was some answer. Want to hear that again?
All right, I think I got the first thing he said.
Well, he would have said, I would have just said it figures, but...
It figures, yeah.
See, I didn't even get that part.
If you're driving in your car listening to this, forget about it. You don't know one thing he said.
Yeah, I didn't understand the it figures part.
We were going to try to get Jared in for a lap dance, and I think that if we would have brought him in, she'd have gone, sure, I'll try it out on him, and then that would have really been telling. But we couldn't get that bit going.
Well,
how would you have felt about
calm that down.
What would you have done?
I would have just done figures. I would have just been, well, you know, yeah. But I don't know.
What is going on in his brain? Can you tell me? When he's doing that.
I think he wants to say something and then doesn't come out right and he just gives up.
Is the thought too rapid and then he goes to another thought and so in mid-sentence he just switches to that?
How would I know, Robin?
I'm just still trying to figure that out. What is the mechanism?
BJ,
right, this game is called Who Would J.D. Rather Hang Out With? It's the J.D. game. How well do you know J.D.? Interesting. Jerry, I need the CD. You took it away from me. I'm going to try this out. What he does is he gives me games to play, Gary, and then takes the CDs and doesn't give them to me. You got to hand it to me. You got to
hold on to it.
No, I'll hold on to it, not you, silly. What if you hold on to it? Take that. No, what are you doing? I got one more $500.
You kick him all the way at once.
Oh, I can't?
No.
Oh, so you're taking away the $500.
I'm going to give you a different 500.
Okay, all right.
They need a plug. You know,
okay, here's the game. Who would J.D. rather hang out with? You ready?
All right.
Let's see if this is good. If you don't like it, we'll stop playing. Here we go.
J.D., who would you rather hang out with, Jared or High Pitch Mike?
All right. Ooh. Now, you know that J.D. hates Jared. He doesn't talk to him. Jared works here.
Really?
Jared is Tim's assistant. He's a very
handsome
He's a very
handsome,
nice guy.
right? Is he your type?
Oh, certainly. Well, I think he's a wonderful guy. We've had dinner with him.
Yes. And J.D. doesn't like Jared. He feels Jared is arrogant. I don't think he likes High Pitch Mike either, right, Gary?
High Pitch Mike seems to think they should be buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but J.D. rejects it.
J.D. thinks High Pitch Mike is too nerdy for him. Yeah.
Just to remind you how much he doesn't like Jared, Richard told me the guys were all hanging out Saturday night. They went to that Rick's Cabaret Strip Club.
Right.
So Richard and J.D. walk in, and Jared's there. J.D. sits down, says two words for like an hour and a half. Jared leaves, says J.D. comes to life.
Wow.
So he can't even be himself when Jared's in the room.
Why is that? Jared's a nice guy.
He thinks that
Why'd you take Jared out to dinner? Were you guys hitting on him?
No. Brad was with me.
Yeah, but I'm saying were both of you trying to get him into bed?
Oh, no.
No?
You think Brad would do that?
I don't know. Who knows with that Brad?
Sounds like George would.
You know who loves Jared? Is Andy Dick.
Oh, yeah.
Andy Dick was... I saw Andy literally chasing him around like a concert.
Is that right?
And he's always trying to get...
All right, so here's the question. Who does J.D., if he had to hang out with, would he hang out with Jared or High Pitch Mike?
I got to pick High Pitch Mike.
You pick High Pitch Mike.
I mean, I have a definite opinion here, and I agree with Robin. I think that he'd rather... Yeah, he's the cool guy in the room, he thinks, with High Pitch Mike.
Let's see.
I guess High Pitch Mike, although he's been a little bit of a douche lately.
All right, so you were right on that one. See how you do with this one. I don't know if this is
really,
good.
I'm puzzled because Jared is such a nice guy.
Well, evidently not.
What are you saying? High pitched Mike is not?
Well, no, but he does have a little edge to him.
Jared or John the Stutterer?
Well, John the Stutterer, right?
No, he's got to pick Jared in that case.
Why? John the Stutterer's a nice guy.
I don't think he wants to hang out with John the Stutterer.
No, let me see if you're right.
I guess I'll pick John the Stutterer.
Whoa.
He's an okay guy.
I think Jared...
hard to talk to, but he's okay.
No, I think this game is easy.
There's a game here.
There is a game? Okay.
Jared or Crazy Alice?
Oh, Jared, for sure.
Jared.
Because I would hang out with Alice, but I don't know if J.D. would. Come to think of it, I don't even know if I would.
It's hard to tell.
See, I guess Jared. I don't see him yelling in public. I could see Crazy Alice losing it and causing a humongous scene.
The real question is, who wants to hang out with J.D.?
Right. All of a sudden I'm not liking the game because nobody's worth hanging out with.
I mean, it's kind of funny because, really, I don't even think I care who J.D. would hang out with.
I had no idea that Jared was, seen in that light.
Yeah.
Well, he is by J.D.
Only by J.D.
Only by J.D.
Yeah, only by J.D.
J.D. wasn't popular, and Jared's the popular kid in high school.
It just reminds him of his miserable...
Like, why wouldn't you take J.D. to dinner, George?
Yeah, the thing, Howard...
J.D., you see, like, how you took Jared to dinner, George, and you don't take J.D.?
You've never taken
Well,
J.D.
he's next on the
anywhere.
list.
Yeah. And the fact is, he doesn't like him because Jared gets all these hot chicks.
Without trying.
Without trying.
Well, I mean, he's good looking.
And
He's
JD
a matinee idol.
Great
voice.
J.D. doesn't like it.
Matinee idol.
What is it? What is it, J.D.?
I'm not the only one that...
Name the people who don't like Jared.
I'm not calling anyone out like that because they don't want to be called out like that, so...
I see.
But there's a group of you, a club.
Not really a club. I mean, it's sort of all around, but...
All right. Well, there you go. Interesting. How many are there?
To hang out with Jared, huh?
Is it like Girls' Night Out? It's a group of people? What? How many are there in the group, would you say, of people who won't hang out with Jared that you know of?
Well, it's not that they won't hang out with him.
That they don't like him.
The Jared haters. How many?
How many Jared haters are here?
I don't know. I could probably...
J.D., you don't strike me as someone who hates.
Well, I can on occasion.
You do?
Well, I mean, hate's a very strong word.
It is. And why do you feel that way about Jared?
I just don't like him. And
why? Just don't... Why? The reason?
I find him arrogant. And yes.
In what way? What has he done or said or...
Just his whole being. It's just...
Well, he can't help that. He's good looking. Well, he works out.
Tell about the Halloween outfit.
All right, tell him about the Halloween outfit. Explain to George what happened
George,
Halloween.
when you hear this, you'll
understand.
You'll understand. Go ahead, Jared. I mean, J.D. Explain why Jared was obnoxious Halloween. Go ahead.
He was a pimp for Halloween at the Halloween party.
I see.
And he dressed like in a full, like, just a pimp outfit, and I don't know.
Well, isn't that what you're supposed to do? You know,
I guess.
Dress up as something opposite.
Don't you see, George? He dressed up as a pimp, and it bothered J.D.
And he had what? Two hot chicks with him?
Wait, George, George, now you're being unreasonable.
Well,
you don't understand why he would hate him?
Now you should become a Jared hater.
Right. You know,
he dressed up on Halloween as a pimp.
You could dress up as a pimp, too, and I think it'd be funny.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Why, J.D., why does that bother you?
It just, no, it doesn't. It's just one thing. It's not, it wasn't the full, like, it's just him. It's just him. Have you not liked somebody just because?
Usually there's a reason.
No, there's got to be a reason. The guy wears a pimp outfit.
And you said hate was a strong word.
Because it was like he just thought he was so cool in his pimp outfit?
Yes!
How can't you be just neutral with him?
Like, listen.
Why do you have to not like him?
For instance.
There is a neutral. I just don't talk to him. I mean, I just choose not to hang out with him.
You say good morning.
All right, let's try one more of these. Let's see what happens.
Jared or Double A?
Who would you rather hang out with, Jared or Double A? What do you think he said? I bet you he'd rather hang out with Jared.
I say Double A.
Okay, let's see.
This is, oh my God. Oh, man. I guess I'll have to say Jared.
Oh!
Yeah,
Double A can be very annoying and you know, he just can be annoying to me.
It's kind of scary to hate Jared around here because Jared is Tim's assistant, our program director, and Jared has Tim's ear.
Hence why why no one wants me to say anything or whatever.
What is Jared's title, like assistant program director?
I don't know. Tim's assistant.
Yeah, he's the assistant to Tim.
And evidently, Jared will whisper in Tim's ear, and Tim will take it pretty seriously.
Really?
Like if he says somebody's kind of a douche. No raise.
T.S., here comes douchebag.
Right. What is it, Ralph?
I got to say, J.D. is so way off on this. I would be the first to say if Jared was an asshole. He is like the nicest person. I don't get it. Like people in the back office too. Somebody was saying when I called in, I won't mention any names, Will, that he understands it, and I'm like, I don't get it. Like Jared's a nice guy. Like,
Jared's so nice, he's almost gay. I sometimes think he doesn't even like me.
I think George thought that too for a while.
Being nice is equal to being gay.
It's also,
it's nice people are gay.
It's also interesting.
I don't know any heterosexuals are nice.
He's a good-looking guy. He attracts hot chicks. You should hang out with him. He'll bring chicks around. You can get some shrapnel.
Nah, JD ain't getting no shrapnel. The only place he's getting shrapnel is in Iraq.
Well, don't be so angry because he's a good-looking guy.
No, it's nothing like that.
See, I agree with what Ralph said because I really I know what you're talking about, and if a good-looking guy is arrogant, I'm the first one to say I'll fuck him. But Jared, he's not that way.
Well, the controversy.
He's not even close to being an asshole. JD, you're more an asshole than he is.
Okay, fine. Well, it's also interesting the level of importance you are, or maybe of friends of people that he's,
really?
He's a nice guy. Well, I mean,
Wait, what did he just say?
I don't know. I'm listening. I'm fascinated by what he just said.
We got to say that
again.
back.
Say that again, JD. I know what he's trying to say. He's trying to say the more influential you are around here, or the higher up the food chain, Jared will be nice to you.
You know what? You don't even listen to him anymore. You just like...
Thank you, Howard.
Yeah, no problem.
But you said the level of...
I can interpret whatever you say.
The level of you are...
The level, he goes... the level of like higher upper you are
person
influence and then you got treated different.
That sounded like that chick in the beauty pageant. Her answer.
Double A, go ahead.
Hey Howard, how's it going? What's going on? Hey, listen, fuck that JD dude, bro. The only thing I ever fucking did was try and fucking tell the kids come out and fucking have a good time and fucking pick up on some hotties. I'm down at the regatta over there with when Artie did his.
I was working, douchebag.
Yeah,
I was working.
Gig, Howard. I'm standing there with a fucking beautiful little hottie next to me. I was like, JD, bro. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, there's a bunch of hot girls. What are you doing? He's standing there like a tall glass of milk, fucking.
I was looking for somebody to give him a fucking ticket.
I'm working. Who the fuck cares about? Like, listen, there was a lot of fucking beautiful girls. What did I ever fucking do to you other than offer to you to come out and fucking...
Double A, you know how obnoxious he thinks you are? He would hang out with Jared before he'd hang out with...
He hates Jared.
Jared's a fucking cool dude. Every time I ever come up to that studio, he's nothing but fucking mad fucking cool. He has respect. He says hello to people. This fucking idiot walks around fucking...
Good. Like him. Hate me. I don't care.
Can I say something about Double A? I got... 2 years ago at the Borgata, after one of my shows, we went to that Club Mix that they have, and they gave us a private area.
Right.
And Double A, typical Jersey, goes, I don't mean that he disrespected Dana, but I understand you and Dana aren't together right now. And I said, no. He goes, so I have your permission to bring back hotties? And I said, yeah. And he brought back 2 hot chicks every 5 minutes for about 3 hours.
Wow.
Did you bang any of them?
I certainly
yeah.
Double A, you did?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Borgata is an awesome place to go away just for, like, the weekends, like fucking being out in Vegas.
That weekend, Double A got me laid.
You know, no offense to Double A, nice guy and everything, I like him. But how is he getting laid? I mean, he goes and gets... Well, Double A, tell me how he would go into this club... Is he paying these shits?
I don't know. Yeah, paying, yeah. Howard, listen.
I don't know.
If you have a positive attitude, that's all it takes. You know, some kind of game and positive attitude, it's like a fucking blessing. If you come in with such a negative...
You know what? I'm going to tell you something, JD. You're wrong on this. You really should hang out with Double A. This fucking kid knows how to...
That's the only thing I ever said to him. I was like,
you're as good looking as Double A, and he's getting laid, and you're not.
Yeah, Jared's not throwing anything your way. Hang out with Double A.
Howard Double A got me laid that night.
He did.
Absolutely. I would give him MVP of getting
no shit. The girl banged you.
Yes, I got laid that night.
Wow.
At the Borgata. With one of the chicks he brought back there.
Wow.
And so you go into this club, and what was your rap that night?
You know what, bro? I mean, listen, I'm blessed that I like.
Hey, do me a favor. I'm going to pretend I'm a hot chick. Show me your move, okay?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I just go...
Hi,
that's the whole... Here's the whole thing. You go up to the hottest chick because nine
Hi, I'm really hot.
are scared to even fucking go up to them, and half the fucking night they just stand there fucking looking hot all night.
And what do you say to these girls?
I just go up to them, hey, you know, how's your night going? And stuff
My night's going okay.
Yeah, you know, it's like, you know, what are you drinking? You want to have a drink? And you start bullshitting one thing to another.
Of course I'll have a drink with you.
Listen, I go to AC at least twice a month, and
I love to fuck a guy who looks like he's from The Wizard of Oz.
And what we think is goofy, maybe we have it wrong, because he shows them your tattoo.
He does?
And the card with you and him on it.
And he gets laid.
These broads are with him.
Wow.
He brought back 2 chicks every 5 minutes for at least 2 hours. He brought broads back.
All right. Hey, listen, Jeff Conaway's here, and I'm going to run out of time, so...
I'm going to call back when Beth comes in, all right?
All right, good. All right, later.
Good news.
I can't wait. All right, JD, go work that out. So much for that game. Ronnie, do you want to say something real quick?
No, I just want to say how uncomfortable it was. Saturday night, I was with him, with JD and Jared at Rick's.
Yeah.
And we had dinner together. We all had dinner together. And he walked in. Jared was already there. JD walks in, and he saw Jared there. He didn't know he was going to be there. It was like he wanted to walk out, I think.
Wow.
I knew he was going to be there.
Because he wouldn't even shake his hand. And Lonnie was shooting some pictures, you know, like with the guys and stuff, and he didn't even really want to be in a picture with Jared.
Well, so it shows you
it was kind of tough because Jared actually came over, and
I had to kind of like beg him to say hello to Jared.
No, I said hello, and
all right, we'll take this up later. Jeff, come
on. My Summer Verona and Gary Busey clips made it into the...
Well, it's something that happened on today's show. We spent a lot of time on
Hey,
it.
dude, we're trying to get you laid here, okay?
Now, JD,
we're trying to help you out.
How's that going to get me laid?
You're important. Yeah, you pull the best clips.
Okay. JD was saying how angry everybody's getting around here. What do you mean by that?
John,
angry.
I don't want to get into it, John.
Well, what do you mean by that?
It's stupid. Because I don't want to sound like a bitch and whatever.
No one's going to call you a bitch.
Well, yeah, everyone will.
Well, who's angry?
Just no one's angry. It's just whatever.
Come on, be specific.
I don't want to be specific, John.
Why?
Because I catch more shit, and I'm just tired of catching shit.
Well, who's giving you a hard time? You don't have to say what it was.
Nobody's giving me a hard time. I'm fine.
Well, now you're going to lie.
I don't want to sound, because I'm going to sound whiny, and I don't want to sound whiny.
You already sound whiny. You might as well just explain why.
I don't want to sound whiny. Well, John brought it up.
No, but you're protesting over it. Makes you sound whiny. Just say what it is. We're not going to give you shit for it.
Listen. Well, you know, people have to. There seems they have to one up each other. Like they're, you know, more like they're better than you in some ways or whatever or something. I don't know.
Dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not even breaking your balls. Like, I'm not sure we're such a big group. It's so vague what you just said.
Like, who one upped you?
Okay. So Jason's. Oh, first of all, Ronnie. Okay, it's Jason and Ronnie. All right. Okay. After complaining yesterday, after I told what my problem was with Jared, now Ronnie has to be. I'm Mr. Jealousy. I'm jealous of Jared, which has nothing to do with.
But you know he's breaking your balls, right?
I know, but it's just so annoying. It's one thing after another.
But how is that one upping you?
Well, it's more Jason with the one-upping.
What'd Jason do? Mr. Magnum? What'd he do?
well, there's
Magnum PI.
No, but he's being interviewed by Shuley, and he's saying how my quote-unquote 7 doesn't even count because it's not even real girls, it's whores. And then he says how he apparently he's had sex with 4 girls, and how he's hit home runs and I'm bunting. I'm like, come on,
but
dude.
again, you realize he's breaking your balls. This is just
but it's I know.
Wait a second. When Howard 100 News comes to you and sticks that microphone in your face and puts you on the spot, don't you say goofy things, even though because you feel like you have to say something?
Sometimes, but I don't say everything for every story. I think he has something to say about every story. Like he has an opinion on everything. So, and he has to voice it. Whereas
he's very arrogant. He's got a bottle full of opinions.
Well,
so you think Jason shouldn't give his opinion?
He doesn't have to, but and I told him this off air, and I feel I love Jason, but
Jason, what did JD say to you?
Jamie, I don't know. Jamie feels he could be mean to me, I guess. Jamie
No,
has
that's not being mean. I'm just stating my opinion.
That's
to
fine.
you,
State my opinion. First of all, sorry, JD. So for the audience, JD. First of all, I did not say your women didn't count. I said
that's exactly what you said.
I'll tell you exactly what I said. You can play it. I go, there's a I go, Fred's list is a little bit more solid because there's a difference between going out and getting a girl and having a professional. Now, I'm sorry, but a lot of your list is filled with porn stars and hookers. Am I wrong?
Of the 7, how many are, say, let's call civilians?
Probably 90%.
No, but how many? So here's
well, first of all, you don't count your first girl, which was definitely a hooker.
No, she was not a hooker.
She worked for the Bunny Ranch.
No, she didn't.
Okay. You can keep clinging to that lie, but
it's not a fucking lie.
Okay.
I wouldn't lie about that, dude. Come on.
Okay.
So of the 7 girls that you've hooked up with, how many of them are just girls that don't work for porn movies? Because I don't know the number. What number are we talking about? How many girls are civilians?
Like maybe 2 or 3.
Oh, and
I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not putting you down. I'm just saying that they asked me a question on the news, and I go, well, to me, Fred's list is more solid than your list because your list was filled with professionals. That's all.
You said it shouldn't even count.
Well, okay. Sorry. Yes, it shouldn't count, okay? Don't count that you actually physically had sex with those people.
And how you hit home runs and I'm bunting.
No, I didn't say I hit home runs. I said Fred hit home runs. I go,
whatever.
look, you could have the same. I go, you could have the same batting average, but one guy's hitting the ball out of the park and one guy's hitting dribble singles. It's not the same thing.
I know. I'm just getting
Jamie,
I'm just getting too much airtime and I'm annoyed.
Jamie comes up to me after, Jamie really, I know he loves me. I know we're friends and very good friends, but every time I'm on the air, he's always got like a little snide comment to make, like calling me an air whore and saying that I have too many opinions and I should keep them to myself. And I'm like,
no, I didn't say you had to keep them to yourself,
like,
but
dude,
you just.
Every time you walk off the air, or not every time, but when you walk off the air, I tell you, that was great, that was funny, that was, you're Debbie Downer.
Jace, do you think JD doesn't like you anymore?
No, I think Jamie likes me, but I think that in JD's mind, that there's like a division in the office between who's cool and who's not. And I am definitely on the not cool side of the list, which means that I live under a certain set of rules in his mind than everybody else does.
Is that true, JD? Do you have a cool and not cool side?
No, and if there was, I don't think I would be on the cool list whatsoever.
No, I don't think you think you're on the cool list either. I think you and I, which is whatever. Like when he got upset that in an F, Marry, Kill game, somebody picked me over him. Now, he doesn't say, he's not angry at himself. He goes, oh, why fucking Jason? He's fat and ugly. So it's like putting me down. And I'm just like, dude, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, there definitely is a division because I noticed even that rap you did yesterday when you're talking about Jared and you said, well, Ronnie goofs on you and that's okay, but Jared hasn't earned it. It's not like we've been here 2.5 years. You know what I mean? Like he's definitely part of the gang. But not part of your gang.
No.
I talked to Jay. I figured it out. Can I just say why you don't like? I knew you said it, but I'm just going to say it in a different way.
Okay.
He just doesn't like Jared on a lot of different levels. One, and Jamie, you could dispute this, but I think he's jealous of Jared, that he's a good-looking guy who gets along with people that everyone seems to like. I think that he thinks that Jared does sound very condescending with talking to people that he believes are below him. So Jamie's already coming from a point of having low self-esteem compared to Jared and then feels that Jared's condescending to him and talking down to him. And I think that Jamie feels that he would just prefer to live life without somebody like Jared in his face every day. Is that about it? That sum it up?
You said it better than me.
But is he in your face every day?
Is he on the cool list?
No, but no, he's not in my face every day. But I have to see him. My door is right next to that.
But I'm saying, even if you before this all came out, did seeing him every day? I mean, if he walked by, would that in and of itself annoy you? Yeah. Just to see him?
Not before I decided not to speak to him anymore.
And that's the other thing too. And I'm not sticking up for Jared because even though I like Jared a lot, I'm on Team JD because I love JD. I think Jared doesn't know how to handle Jamie not liking him so much. I don't think Jared's ever had someone not like him this much, and that Jared at first tried
at least not to his face,
right? Not to his face, and Jared at first tried to goof around with it and make light of it, and I think that pissed off Jamie even more. And now it's just a Cold War. I mean, Jamie won't even look at him when he walks in the freaking room.
I think Artie hit it right on the head today when he said it's the funniest part about this whole thing is that Jared's winning and hasn't even been on the air yet.
Right.
Could you guys?
That's fine. I don't care. But I mean, me and Jared, we talked today about something, and it was fine.
Was it? But it was work related.
Well, yeah.
Would it help you guys become friends if he got in a car accident or like a burn victim and lost a lot of his looks?
No.
You don't think that would help a little bit?
No, I think it's past. I think it's past any point.
Like if he walked up to you today,
Just any point I look.
JD, here's something I know you love. This is something I know you love. If he walked up to you today and said, "Hey, JD, great win for the Reds last night," would you respond?
I don't know. I guess.
Will you think?
I'd say yeah. Well, yeah.
Will you think Jared's a little bit of a phony?
But you would say that if I said it to you, and you like me.
But hold on, I think JD thinks Jared's a little bit of a phony, and that if Jared said that to him, then he'd think that he's just trying to butter JD up for some reason.
Why not try to be friends with JD? He wants to be your friend.
Well, I think at this point, I don't know about what happened before, but at this point, JD's made it perfectly clear, I don't want to be your friend, stay away from me, and he would prefer if Jared just stopped.
JD, who else is trying to one-up you? So you were talking about that before.
No,
what do you mean I'm trying to one-up you?
No, it's just, no, you tried to sound, it was...
I have to make a joke for the fucking news, man.
Let him answer, Jace.
I don't know. It's just I'm just getting stuff on the air and everything.
What did Ronnie do?
Well, Ronnie's just being Ronnie. He thinks I'm jealous of Jared now because he's friends with Ronnie, which, whatever. I mean, I know he's busting balls, but it's the same ball-busting joke over and over, said like 50 million times, and it's like, okay.
Is it like Chinese water torture finally getting to you after you know, that
it's just all.
But I got a question for you, JD. Answer this as honestly as you can.
Yes.
If we don't, I'm not going to poke fun at you or anything. If we didn't talk to you on the air for a year, just didn't talk to you at all, you went back there and you did your job, and we did what we do, and we didn't refer to you or talk to you for a year, would that be better?
I don't know. I don't know if it'd be better. I mean, it'd be.
Would that make you happier?
I don't know if anything would make me happy.
If you had to choose one or the other, which would you choose?
Yeah, I would think that on some level, maybe it's a little too much exposure. That part I understand. But you're telling me on no level do you enjoy any of the exposure?
Well, it's a catch-22 because of course it's cool or whatever. I'm known on the Howard Stern show and stuff like that, but there's also the other side of me. It's just like, I don't deserve it, and then it's a weird. I don't know.
Why don't you deserve it?
I don't know. Because I just have a low self-esteem about myself, I guess.
What's bad about it?
Lexapro.
No, I don't want to be.
But I would think that, like I know you dig Howard. That's how you came to us in the first place. You wanted to enter first, and then you got the job. You did.
Yeah.
Well, and Howard has decided that he likes you, and he likes you on the air, and that doesn't raise your self-esteem at all.
No. Well. No, I get no.
Why not?
But and when I was interning, I always had this weird thing. If for some reason or whatever, I ended up being on the air, could I that's why I didn't think I could get a job working for the show or whatever. Is because I didn't know if I could be on the air.
You remember all those people that pushed hard for you to get a job here?
Well, yeah, but
people should know in the audience, and JD should know, which I'm sure he does. But JD did one of the hardest things that anyone could ever do on the show, which is he interned, and then he actually created a job. He didn't get a job that existed. He created a job by making what he did so important to the show.
No, let me correct that just a tiny bit. But you're right. We created that job and had interns try and do it.
Right.
And when we figuring
but hold on, it wasn't a job.
Right. We created that task.
So JD didn't actually create it.
No.
Who was it that created it?
I think it was Melrose Larry Green.
Right. Okay.
But what happened was we figured, any intern can watch TV and record it. And then when JD did it, he did it so well that we're like, we don't want to lose this guy.
Yeah.
This is a great thing.
His internship was up, and I went to Howard and I said, he's so good at what he does. And I said to Howard, like when JD, no, but seriously, JD would come and we had cards, and he would hand Howard 10 or 15 or 20 cards a day. And I noticed that Howard would use them, and they would take up time on the air. And I said, JD giving you those 15 cards in the morning is as good as anybody writing you a bit. You always say, I need to fill time on the air. And he was so good at it. And Howard's like, you're right. And Howard went to Tom and said, we need to hire him. Yeah. And that didn't boost your self-esteem.
Well, yeah, somewhat, yeah. But not just about me. It's that I can do a job.
And Mr. One-Up, you had many supporters in the office that had your back in that time.
Jason's hurt.
I remember them saying, they say, we demand $19 a year. We got to have this guy.
Jason is clearly hurt, JD.
JD does this to me a lot. I don't know. We're buds and buds. And all of a sudden, you get upset if I get something or do something that I don't know. I feel like you have me in a box or something, and if I leave that box, If I venture outside, then all of a sudden I'm being a douche.
I don't know. I'm just lashing out. I'm
Come on, you might be
having
a
a lot
partner.
of stuff. I know. And you better be there Friday.
I will.
So, all right.
Dave in New Hampshire.
Returning champs.
Dave, you're on the wrap-up show.
Good morning, guys. Hey, JD, my head is spinning just from listening to you, my friend. Jason, I want to know what your number is, because it sounds like you got half a cock hanging out of your mouth, man. How many girls have you got?
It's not Jamie's number, I'll tell you that much. It's 4, and but none of them are professionals that I know.
None of them are.
I didn't pay for any of them.
And JD, just a quick question for you, man. I love you on the show, but you can't complete a thought. And I'm just wondering if you were ever checked for Tourette's, because I can tell every time you're in the studio, man, I hear this whoop, 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 whoop coming out of your mouth in the back of the studio.
No, I'm just very easily amused.
That's not an involuntary tick. That's his laugh.
Thank you for your call. Let's go to the Bay Area and talk to Jen. Jen, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hi, I just wanted to make a comment about poor JD. I can kind of relate. I have self-esteem issues too, and it's uncomfortable when you get a lot of attention, whether it's good or bad. You don't know how to deal with it. You like the attention, but at the same time, you don't know why, and you're second-guessing, why are they talking to me? Why are they putting me on the air? And it causes this inner turmoil. I don't know if that's the same thing that's happening to JD, but I know that's happened to me in the past.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah. And I actually had a thought of something to say, but now I just totally lost
See,
it.
the real reason Howard put you on the air, he likes you, but the real reason he put you on the air is you're very genuine. You're not, you're not like trying to be different on the air. The guy on the air is the guy that you see in the office every day, and your reactions are very real, and he loves the reality of it.
You're very genuine. You're very un-Jared, is what we're saying.
Hey, John, is that girl still on the line?
Yes.
Yes, she is.
Hey,
Yes, I'm here.
what's your name?
Jen.
Jen. Because I wonder if JD goes through this. Like, are you, like, when you date a guy, do you have really trouble believing that he's into you?
I get to that point. Yeah, I'm one of those girls. I've been told I suffer from a hot chick mentality because I think
someone said you dated someone on the show.
And I'm sorry.
Sorry, never mind.
Are you hot? Are you a good looking girl?
Yeah, I am. I'm a mom, but yeah, I am good. I am good looking, but I doubt it when people say you look nice, and I go, well, what about me looks nice? What is it? My hair? Am I dressed nice?
Being a chick.
That's just typical.
Yeah, you're all the same.
You're sort of sound a lot like Richard Lewis's drinking problem.
All right, Jen. Thank you for your call.
I'm just going to say one thing about Jamie's low self-esteem, and I'm with him on this one, so I'm not putting him down by saying this, but Jamie...
He one-upped him.
I'm not one-upping you. I just agree with something that JD said, which is like, he'll watch something on MTV like The Hills and just automatically hate everybody on that show because they're good-looking and they're rich and they social, and
they have no reason to be on TV. I don't know why they're on TV.
Somebody's watching, though.
I mean, I don't know why they're watching. That just frustrates me even more.
I agree, and I'm with him, too. I hate watching that shit, but I hate watching it because it makes me feel bad about myself.
What was that girl's name I brought up in the meeting a couple of weeks ago?
You just one-upped him again.
Heidi Montana.
Heidi Montana. You just heard the meeting go, ugh.
Now, the other one-upper has just joined us. Ronnie, did you hear what JD was saying before?
No, I heard what he was saying yesterday, though. I heard about it on the wrap-up show about how with this whole Jared situation. Now he hates Jared because he hangs out with me now.
No, that wasn't now. That wasn't.
He's jealous of Jared because Jared hangs out with me.
Jared's not allowed to have any friends here, dude.
No, that's not that.
No, that's what it was.
Well, Ronnie, what's the deal? Are you hanging out with Jared?
Yeah, I hang out with Jared.
That wasn't anything.
Jared's a very nice guy.
With you guys hanging out. It was the condescending, jokes or whatever that.
What jokes?
Well, I don't know.
Ron, he said he accepted it from you. He was complimenting you in a way. He said you're established, but he said Jared kind of just joined in on ranking on him.
That's correct.
And he didn't, and that really upset him.
What does that got to do? Why does he care what I do with Jared, though? Why does it bother him?
But that wasn't.
I think he was upset over
That had
Jared's...
nothing to do with you. It was the whole situation at the time. Listen, he has made fun. He joked with me or whatever in condescending ways before, and then at this point, it was with Ronnie and everyone around. And it was a boiling point, and it was.
What was the point?
I don't.
What was going on?
Like he was moving in on your turf or something?
No, it was just
like a jealous woman. You mean you are?
What? Because what?
You're like a jealous woman.
How?
Because Jared's moving in on your territory.
What's my territory,
Me.
though? Okay. All right.
No, I mean, like, you
Ronnie, you can just leave.
Because
you're making...
Wait, hold on. I want to ask Ronnie a question. Ronnie, what did you do to JD today that got him so fired up?
This, exactly what he's doing.
I don't know what I did.
He thinks it... Listen, Ronnie's shtick is...
No, there's no Ronnie shtick.
There's Ronnie's shtick.
There's no Ronnie shtick.
There's Ronnie shtick.
Not when it comes to you.
Okay,
There's no shtick.
That's all it is with me.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not, man, because you start this shit all the time. You make
okay.
these comments.
Ronnie,
you hate everybody. You think I'm bad. You got me beat by a mile. You hate everyone.
See? This is what I hear.
I like some people.
He thinks, listen, he has these opinions, and then when I try and say that his opinions aren't right or whatever, he's like, no, you're wrong, I'm right.
Okay.
And that's I just can't deal with this. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. In any reality, I can't deal with it.
What set him off was when he was walking behind you on the way to the wrap-up show.
Well, what happened?
And I told him to stop, just keep following John and picking up his shit as he goes along.
That's what set you off?
Set him off. It was a joke.
But it wasn't funny.
I don't know. I mean, Ronnie and I are friends. We get along great. But every morning, the first thing out of Ronnie's mouth is "fuck you." What's your problem?
No, I know. And
what about this morning?
Yeah.
I mean,
so you're saying, Jason, that Ronnie has been harder on you than he's been on JD?
I'm saying
I'm not hard on Jason. No, we joke.
Yeah.
No, Benji, we joke around.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's Ronnie's sense of
Ronnie,
humor.
no, Ronnie is now going to Sal's whole thing where you can listen, you Jew guinea bastard.
No, I don't ever say that.
No, Ronnie used to intimidate me, but then I realized that's just his way of joking around.
No, I know, and I get that. I get that most of the time, but now it's just all. This is just.
It's out of control.
It's out of control. It's out of control.
If Ronnie just walked up to you and said hello every morning, it would probably mean he didn't like you.
No, I know exactly.
He loves when I bust his balls. He loves it. Are you kidding me?
Ronnie, are you enjoying this?
I'm having a ball.
But JD doesn't like the fact that just because he allows you to bust his balls, that leaves the door open for Jared to then come in and bust his balls with you.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
But I still think it bothers him that I do hang out with Jared every once in a while. It bothers him.
Does it, JD?
No, not really.
Yes, it does.
Back to the phones. Jeff in Maine, you're on the wrap-up show.
Means yes.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, guys. Hey, JD, I love you. Seriously, I swear, I love you. You're great for the show. Not good. You're great for the show. Your personality's fantastic. But are you sure you're not retarded? I mean, really? You can't put a sentence together. You just put back in these guys' face. If you think you're getting shit on them back. I mean, you're a good guy. You're great for the show. Just
I do sometimes.
Back in the face.
I'm better.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
First of all, I can vouch for JD on this. Have you never heard him say "hardy har har"?
Oh yeah. Today on the show, when Howard said that he banged Beth after watching Dancing with the Stars. What did you say?
I said congrats.
I mean,
good for you.
Yeah, he answers back.
Listen, it's very rare I can do it on the air. I'm better off the air with comebacks, but even then,
no, you're not.
even then, I'm not all that great.
But that's why you're so good at texting and IMing and because you take on a cocky persona.
That's true.
And you could pretend to be that guy sometimes in person and just see what happens.
Hence the birth of the badass.
But in a way, I'm not good at pretending at anything.
Well, but in a way, isn't that what the badass is all about? That when you get to email and text, that you are sort of a different person?
I don't know. If you guys think so, maybe. I don't know.
Well, Robin said she noticed a different attitude in you when you were talking about the 7 girls today, and you were sort of cocky about it.
Well, no, I was just no. I don't think so. I don't think I was being cocky.
Why do you keep moving the mic so much, dude?
So I'm just tired.
He's trying to be like Artie.
He's trying to get comfortable.
He's trying to be like Artie.
Ralph Sorella, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey now.
Hi, Ralph.
Hey, I'm not getting the great mystery here. Of course, JD is conflicted because he's on the air because he's inarticulate, and that's what's funny about. I mean, I love you, JD, but you laugh, you can't get sentences out. I mean, it's funny, but of course, it's not like a positive thing. So of course he's conflicted. What's the great mystery here?
JD, do you see it as a negative thing being on the air?
When he squirms and.
I don't know about negative. It's not negative all the time, but no, I don't know.
You're proud of the way you can't talk and put a sentence together?
No, but I'm not looking to be.
Look what he's doing to that microphone.
I'm just not looking to be on the air all the time. So.
Okay.
That's like saying we just have John the Stutterer on because of his voice.
Right.
All right, thanks,
Well,
Ralph.
they kind of look like brothers, him and John the Stutterer.
Let's go to Mark in Massachusetts. Mark, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, good night. Good morning, guys. You guys do a great job, but I think Ronnie is an instigating little bastard.
Wow, did you just figure that out?
What makes you say that?
I just been trying to call the show for like a year and a half, and it's like the first time I got through.
How you doing, buddy? How are you?
I just think that sometimes you just like push JD's buttons. You know, like you said, he has a hard time putting a sentence together.
I'm the only one who pushes his buttons around here? What about the main man, how he pushes his buttons?
No, I think... Oh,
that's okay.
No.
The main man.
He can do that, though.
We're all instigators here.
Job, paycheck,
Everybody's an instigator here. Everybody's fucked up in the head here, okay?
So, Mark, no, man, I'll tell you what. I think you guys do a great job. It's a great show. I listen every day. I drive a truck, and it's great entertainment. And I'll tell you, man, there's nothing like it.
What do you think of Jared?
Mark, wait, before you answer that question, what do you think JD should do with Ronnie? How should he handle the problem?
Stay away from him.
That's not a problem.
He can't stay away from me. He's in love with me, man.
Today.
He loves me.
Poor JD. I can't talk to poor bastard. You get him all worked up and he's fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what? He knows we care about him.
Yeah,
here.
JD, do you sense that you're like one of the most liked guys here, within the staff?
Yes, I know.
Because I mean, everyone thinks of you as like the little brother.
No, I love everybody. For the most part, I love everybody.
He doesn't love Jared.
Except Jared.
Nate in Ohio, you're on the wrap-up show.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think JD's pissed off at Ronnie because he's taking Jared over to Rick's now. He's taking all of his thunder over there.
That's not true.
No, that's not true.
You squunched up your face a little bit on that one.
Because it's not true.
Okay.
All right. JD refuting that accusation.
Everybody's welcome at Rick's.
Everybody's equal at Rick's.
Terry in Massachusetts, you're on the wrap-up
Jared?
show.
Even Jared.
Hey, Terry.
Yeah, I'm here. Listen, I want to know why Jason has to call JD Jamie. What the hell is that about?
Because maybe that's his name.
Jamie's his
name.
Yeah,
no shit, but who else ever calls him Jamie?
I knew of us for 3 years before we named him.
My family.
JD is a very good friend of mine, and I knew him as Jamie way before he was JD.
Okay,
and
I see.
I don't do it on purpose. It's just
I know his name's Jamie. I know that. I didn't know you knew him before, because I've never heard anybody else call him Jamie.
I'll remember
Howard
JD.
changed his name on the air because Jamie wasn't a cool enough name.
Yeah, JD's his on-air character.
JD's my cool name. Yeah, my character.
And I think JD's wonderful. If he doesn't have a problem with his speech pattern, then nobody else should.
All right. Thank you, Terry. Let's go to Steve in Columbus. Steve, you're on the wrap-up show.
Dude, I cannot stand it, Jamie. He sounds like a fucking 5-year-old when he talks. Yeah, every time you ask a 5-year-old why he did something or why he wants something or what, they say, ooh, 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 and you get that fucking annoying laugh. I would fight you if I met you because you're the most annoying person I've ever heard on the radio.
Thanks. I'm glad I'm glad you haven't came to any Artie gigs.
Another happy caller.
Yeah.
Steve in Columbus, not a big JD fan. Let's take one more call on this. Nick in Detroit, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I think you guys are a bunch of cackling little bitches, man.
What makes you say that?
Well, because you guys are just, you just sound like a bunch of girls in an office. Just, the whole JD thing, crying about this and that, and then who's got laid and all this shit. I mean, who cares? You get laid, it's great. Who gives a shit what rank it is or whatever.
So Jason was making the argument before about being professionals versus civilians. That doesn't matter. Just as long as you get laid, you get laid.
Pretty much.
Nick, what do you do for a living?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I'm a technician.
So what do you, when you and is it all guys or it's co-ed, right? You have women work. What do you guys talk about at work?
Well, it's kind of independent, so I don't really, I mean, there's not a whole bunch of, I'm on my own during the day.
Nick talks about when he gets his period.
But I also work at a health club, so, there's the office women there, and I hear all the cackling bullshit and the gossiping and all that.
And you're saying that the guys never partake in any of that?
No, not at all.
All right.
I stay away from it because it's pretty lame and stupid.
But none of the other guys get involved and talk about who's banging who or whatever?
Yeah, but we don't rank it. We just have a good time and say, "Oh, I scooped this girl," shit like that. It was a good time. I've gone to Vegas, but I've never done the whore thing. But it's just having a good time and not ranking it.
Well,
I don't know.
Your life
It's
is
kinda
fascinating, sir.
All right, Nick, all right. thanks for your call, and that's the way he does it out in Detroit. Let's get back to what started all this, which was the claim that JD and Fred made about the number of women that they've slept with. And if you missed it, hit clip number 2, Teddy.
So you say it's 3.
If you're including, he's saying
Are you
that
including each time or each girl?
Each girl.
Oh, you're just counting the girls.
JD, am I right? 3.
No. I think
It's
there's
a little more, not much. I haven't talked about everyone.
A little more, not much.
I don't know. It's like 7, maybe.
Wow.
You lying.
Okay, whatever.
Big shot. 7.
Who are these 7?
How many
Fred
of them
hasn't
are,
even had 7.
How many of them are repeat business?
I don't know.
Fred's had 2.
Oh, stop it.
No, it's true.
Fred, tell him your number.
No, it's about 7.
You're lying.
So Howard believing no one.
So anyway, that was American Idol. I was part of that millions of people who watched that dumb show.
It was really a horrible season.
It was. But I was right there. I guess we don't have any clips, huh, J.D.?
He's pulling it together now.
Oh. He disappoints me.
He's coming in to see how disappointed you are.
You know what? Tell me if you'd be interested in this. I saved it on purpose. JD's been helping me out a lot. I saved a voicemail from him. It's great. It's just...
Is he as inarticulate on voicemail?
He helps me out immensely, but it's just... The voicemail... He sounds so lethargic and so whatever, too cool for the school.
Well,
I don't know. I'll let you preview it.
I sometimes think he's inarticulate because he's nervous that he's on the air. I'm wondering what he would sound like in a voicemail.
He's more articulate than he is on the air, but the energy level, it's just you feel like you're just in a basement sleeping with an Afghan or something. And I'll let you listen to it during a commercial, and you can see if it's worthy on the air. I kept it.
I have audio. I haven't actually pulled it.
I'm actually making plans to hang out with JD this summer.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Yeah, because I really feel he works hard for me, and I'm going to make some effort to hang out with him.
He does, man. He came with me to my stand-up gig Sunday, and we were coming back home, driving through the city at 11 o'clock, and he got off. He asked the driver to stop at 34th and 8th, and he went right into work, and he tapes and works all night.
Yeah, I'm going to hang out with him. And Sal, don't get any funny ideas that I'm going to be hanging out with you.
34th and 8th? What's he doing there?
That's where they dropped us off. That's where he was. They came through the city to go into Jersey.
It's fun to just dump JD off anywhere. Yeah, see if he can get home.
I told him, I said, you want me to go somewhere? Where you want? You want me to take you right to the studio?
No,
yeah, that's what he said. No, whatever, it's fine.
I do have Eric the Midget's Idol show. No. I can only handle one idol show at a time.
You have Eric the Midget's Idol show?
I have that.
How far away are you from actual clips from American Idol?
I can pull songs. I can have those in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Don't you get up 3 in the morning?
No, I get up at 9 so I can get to work by 11 so I can get Idol.
Yeah, so how is that not ready?
No, I didn't actually pull anything. I pulled it, but I didn't clip it or anything.
Huh?
I put it into a profit. I have stuff marked.
Okay. All right, well, go ahead. Don't waste another minute of my time. JD, where page is...
Eric's show's on JD1. The better clips are in orange. The better song than a techno song.
There's a song than a techno song.
What did you say?
He said there's a better song than a techno song.
Yeah.
You know what he means, don't you?
No.
Remember his song is this? Because this is when he got mugged and they took his iPod.
Yeah.
This is what was on it. Well, now...
See, that song's funny.
He's got this other new song that he likes. They caught him listening to this in his office.
Oh.
Yeah. My name is JD. I'm happy. Go get yourself.
He likes this song.
Yeah, he loves it. It gives me a fucking headache.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm wondering,
my name on the internet is the badass. It is. Yeah, the name is the badass. I pick up lots of chicks. Then they see me and head for the hell. The girls, they invite me to go out to the club, and then the bouncers won't let me in. I am the badass. I am the badass. The badass is my name. Don't you dare dress as a pimp on Halloween, or I will hate you for the rest of your life.
If you're in Honolulu, try to find my mom.
My mom won't visit me.
Tell her I said hi.
If you see my stepdad, say, Mookalooka Heiny Ho. Mookalooka Heiny Ho.
If you see my real dad, say, fuck you. A rare self-deprecating techno song.
Fuck you,
I pulled if I didn't clip it.
It's in the profit. It's in the profit.
It's time for McDonald's.
I went to Full Sail. It's where I learned to make movies.
The 3 Lives of Ronnie should have won the contest.
I'm not saying Sal's a hack, but he has to do less racial humor. Oh, that's the Artie song. Ryan Philippe can't get me laid. I hung out with him a whole night. Reese Witherspoon's husband can't get my ass laid.
I lost count of how many chicks I banged, even though it's only 2.
I love Kissy Fur. I paid her to have her dog eat peanut butter off her ass.
I talked to a chick for 3 months on the internet, then saw her balls.
And then they made a movie out of it.
I was pissed off, but nobody cared, as usual.
I used to have horrible breath, but now it's better.
At least that's what people say.
Yeah, allegedly. All right, enough of that song. I got a fucking headache from it. I eat McDonald's. Now I'm bloated.
I like chicks with big asses.
Who does this song?
Battle Royal by... Oh, I can't make out that.
Where did J.D. find a song like that?
Really?
I don't get a hard
song is Battle Royal by Does It Offend You?
When I get a lap dance. Do I offend you?
Does it offend you?
Yeah. Oh, does it offend you? Does it offend you? I don't like Jared.
He's arrogant. Can't explain why.
I don't know why.
I'm thinking of JD's whole history. I'm like, yeah, he went to hedonism and didn't get laid.
I went to hedonism. I didn't get laid.
I couldn't get laid in a women's prison with a carton of cigarettes.
My dad's calling into the wrap-up show.
He's embarrassing. He's a trucker.
He's a trucker who used to do crack, isn't he?
He's a cracker.
You kidding me? What's that all about?
I think he admitted that, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so. Is that true, J.D.?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Remember J.D.?
I think he did.
J.D. said they used to drive by and see his father living on the street.
Oh, that's right. That's why he didn't party at all weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this.
Oh, he said it right on the air here.
Oh, my goodness.
We cured that.
we got so caught up in the mother we forgot the dad.
Wow.
J.D. was completely sober when he came here, and now he's like,
Yeah, that's all by the way.
18 drinks deep every time he goes out.
Wow. I don't know anything about that. Guys, whenever you guys are messing around with my pages, my whole computer shifts. JD, are you in there changing stuff?
Oh, I had to put stuff up.
Yeah, but why would it change my page?
I don't know.
I got to get that fixed.
Sorry.
So as soon as they put something in, it jumps to the page you're working on?
It's making me mental. I mean, I got something lined up to play, and then the whole page changes on me. I mean, can we make this any harder?
Well, I put it on the same page.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, not you, someone's got to fix it.
JD preview page in brown.
I put up 2 American Idol songs.
Oh, all right. What Artie says, is that true with your dad?
Yeah?
Wow, I'm sorry.
Shit happens. What are you gonna do?
He's okay now, though, right? I've heard you.
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah, good. How do you like this? You like to dance to it?
No, I don't
dance music.
I like the drum part. Like, I like this.
You do?
Yeah.
I like the drum, but, you know.
That drum could be in anywhere.
Well, does this have any words?
I don't think this one does.
You're being ripped off as you're listening.
Why not just get a drum track? Why have all this other garbage in it?
Want to hear my favorite song?
Sure.
All right.
Let me see what Richard put up now.
No, Richard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. I'll play you my favorite song.
Okay. Ba 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 booey ba 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 booey. Well, this is a classic.
Ba, ba, ba. Holds up. Oh, you can't. Where you going, JD? Get back in here. I'm not done with you.
I was going to put up more American Idol stuff.
American Idol.
Hey, meanwhile, the greatest thing about JD's dad, I always thought, was that JD's dad had a MySpace or My Friend page.
MySpace page with friends, yeah.
And that JD was not even his best friend.
I know.
His brother got to be the best friend. That's my favorite.
JD was he second? I don't even know if he was
He was
second.
the third. Weren't you third?
I don't know.
You know the truth.
And your brother's younger.
Yeah. Like you weren't even the number one brother. Motherfucker, that sucks. But meanwhile, now JD's number one on his dad's page.
He leaped over his brother.
His brother's now number two. Do you feel good about that?
No, it's whatever. I don't care.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I do. I love it.
When I met you, see, I didn't know your dad had problems with substance because that's why you weren't drinking. You said you never would drink ever in your life.
Well, it was one of the reasons. I mean, it started out early.
Now you're fucking drinking all the time.
Well, I don't drink all the time.
Yeah, but now you love it.
Well, yeah.
And he loves to get drunk.
No, I don't love to get drunk.
Yes, so now you understand.
I'm going to play beer pong.
So now you understand why your old man liked it so much.
Wow.
You should try crack if you think booze is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you drink at the gigs? You don't drink at the gigs, right?
No, not really. I won't. Not until, like, afterwards.
But yeah, you're an afterward.
Not until you're on stage, at least.
Thank you.
How professional. I like that Artie's drinking before he goes on stage and you're not.
Well, I mean, he's
somebody's got to.
He's the priority.
Be professional.
All right.
JD actually is very professional on the road. Very professional.
Yeah, between him and Teddy, you're pretty well covered, pal.
We're talking about a professional team.
I love it. I love your entourage.
Thank you.
There's a TV show I'd watch. Artie's Entourage.
That's the real entourage.
Yeah. Listen, you can go to the video blog on artie-lang.com.
I'm going on that.
JD's video blog.
All right, let's go to Wolfie. Wolfie, hi.
Hey, morning, Howard. Hey, I went ahead and transcribed a couple of JD's comments from his reunion discussion that I thought were very good. I wanted you to take a look.
Oh, good. This is fun when Wolf takes JD's conversation with us on the air and transcribes it.
Which conversation was this?
This is when I was talking to JD about going to his high school reunion.
Okay, high school reunion.
Go ahead, Wolf.
Okay. Howard had made the comment that I never went to my high school reunions either. I didn't like the people there, and they didn't like me. And Robin chimed in, apparently JD liked the people. Well, JD's response was, yeah, I mean, no. Oh, well, no. I didn't, listen, the people I liked was fewer than the people I don't like, or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The other one that I
completely
He's like the Sarah Palin of this show.
Yeah.
Howard asked JD, are there girls that you can get presently that you just reject? JD's response, I have, I don't know, maybe, I'm not sure.
At one point, what was that quote, I do?
I think he was going to say, I don't know, but first he said, I do, and then he said, I don't know. It's just amazing. He throws in so many sentences in between his words that you can barely even catch them. But if you really slow it down, you can get everything written out.
So what do? You record it and then you play it back over and over till you get the exact transcription?
I just watch it on Howard TV, then pause it.
Right. Okay.
That gives you the time. And one other thought about J.D., I was just curious, this whole feud with Jared, I was wondering if J.D. could put it to rest, if he could potentially prove that he's better than Jared at maybe one thing. And a couple of years back, J.D. won that dance contest with the people in the studio. Do you think if you gave, I don't know, each of them maybe a minute to do a dance routine that J.D. might potentially beat Jared?
I don't think it's about beating him in a dance routine. I think J.D. would like to be better looking than Jared.
Yeah, he'd like to be Jared.
Yeah.
We all like to be good looking.
I mean, he hates Jared because he wishes he was Jared.
Yeah.
Jared goes out on a boat at Artie's house within 5 minutes, has 20 hot chicks back at the party.
Well, he even said Jared can take his shirt off without thinking about it.
Right. But Jared just takes his shirt off in a car.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I was in a sales meeting yesterday. The new season of the show 24 is coming out.
Right.
And they're interested in a promotion. And they would like Jared and J.D. to be handcuffed to each other for 24 hours.
Oh, good.
And every hour that they're together, they each make money.
Wow.
As long as they can last, they make money.
They have to be handcuffed to each other for 24 hours.
That's the greatest thing ever.
I would watch that.
Oh, yeah.
I just love it. I mean, J.D. really can't stand Jared.
J.D., this is what you're going to be doing.
Money, J.D.
It has nothing to do with Jared. I don't want to be handcuffed to somebody for 24 hours.
You want to make some money?
But money don't do it.
I don't care. I don't care enough that much.
You haven't heard the amount yet.
I think I know it, but whatever.
You wouldn't do that?
No.
I hear Wolfie
I'm
transcribing.
not Jeff the Drunk.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I'm talking about money. All right? Something you're lacking.
You think you know it. What do you think it is?
Because I think I heard the pitch or whatever.
You heard what?
I thought.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Get your pen out, Wolfie.
Wait, what did you say?
I think I heard the pitch, like in the last meeting we had or whatever.
Right. The idea is for 24 hours, you and Jared are handcuffed together. And for every hour you're handcuffed to him, you get paid. And you'll have different tasks and things like that, like on Survivor.
Oh, I'm really not interested in something like that.
Are you crazy?
I guess I am. Sorry. I'm not,
Dude, it's
money.
Let's say in 24 hours.
I know it's money, dude, but I just...
you could ever make.
What if you, in a couple hours, you make a couple of grand? 24 hours.
Here's what they're offering.
Go ahead.
And this is just for starters. It's $100 a person per hour. $2,400 each for the 24 hours.
Jared should get a little more.
Why?
JD, that'd be good.
Because he's Jared.
Yeah.
Because he's Jared.
Yeah, of course.
Jared is better.
Jared will be showering and not caring.
Yeah.
He'll just...
Yeah, I don't want to, be using a bathroom and having to be handcuffed.
That's the fun of the game.
But guess what? That's not fun to me, so I don't care.
What he wants to give you $2,400?
No, I'm not asking for $2,400.
You're doing it.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
And then Jared could go on a date during the 24 hours.
It would be great if he was getting laid and he had to hand Jared condoms.
Jared is getting laid. Jared.
He goes, hey, JD, here, just kneel down by the bed while I get laid.
Jared's fucking two chicks. They're both fucking Jared.
Well, they should go to a bar, and Jared will be picking
Jared
up
picks
women
up
while
both.
JD hangs off his arm.
Right.
I had to sit there while two chicks were blowing him. I don't want to do that.
Well, you're missing the point completely. I don't want to be handcuffed to anyone.
That's the point.
No, it's...
I'm not missing any
wants you to
point.
do something you'd love.
Believe us.
Well, did I ask to be put in this?
We get the
No.
point.
You probably are going to meet really hot girls.
I don't...
Just think, you're
Just-
going out with Jared.
The spillover from Jared will be amazing.
It
Literally.
might help you.
JD, look at me.
I'm
Forget
not
all these other
interested,
people.
dude.
Look at me.
I am.
Look at me. All right, you looking right now?
Mesmerizing.
Yes.
This is something you need to do, and I'll tell you why.
I don't know. I don't.
Can I tell you to listen to me?
You're not listening.
This is something you need to overcome your fears. You're completely freaked out by this guy.
No, it's not.
Why can't you handle it? You can't handle Jared?
No.
Are you scared of him?
No, it's not.
The power
Him.
What's the worst
Jared.
part of him? What's the worst part of him?
No, it's...
What do you
God,
imagine?
Listen.
Listen to me. No, just answer my question. What do you imagine will happen for 24 hours when you're handcuffed to Jared?
I will be the most uncomfortable I've ever been in my entire life.
All right, why?
Because I'm handcuffed to somebody. I'm like constantly around. I got no privacy or alone time or anything whatsoever.
For 1 day.
Alone time.
Whatever. I don't know.
You get alone time every minute of your life.
Yeah, how about having some people in your life for a
And
change?
nobody's paying you
I'm
for
fine. Whatever.
I'm going to tell you a story about a great American, a man named G. Gordon Liddy. You ever meet him?
No, I haven't met
Do you
him.
know who he is?
Yeah, he's...
All right. G. Gordon Liddy, when he was a boy, was terrified of rats. Rats. You know what he did? Do you know this story?
No.
He approached a rat, killed it, grilled it, and ate the whole fucking thing.
We're not suggesting you do that with Jared.
But what I am suggesting is
I'm not gonna eat his
learn from
finger.
G. Gordon Liddy. How do you get over your fears? You get over them by conquering them.
You blow Jared.
Confronting.
You blow Jared.
You blow Jared.
What if he's getting laid and all of a sudden he comes and his cum lands on my face?
JD,
Well, if you get the shit,
I'm
you
offering
win.
you a chance to not only make $2,400, but I'm offering you a chance to overcome your worst nightmare.
To be G. Gordon Liddy.
No.
See, you imagine what Jared's life is like.
You guys
Now
are...
you could actually see it.
We all do.
G. Gordon
we all
Liddy
imagine
is
what it's
50 times the man any of us are. He knows about guns. He knows how to kill people. He's beating up guys in prison.
Eating rats.
Eating rats. And if Jared was his issue, he'd handcuff himself for a week. It should be a week, by the way.
Listen. Okay.
Yeah, I'm letting you off the
Forget
hook.
Jared, all right? It
Go
could be
ahead.
John Hine, who I
right.
love. I don't want to be handcuffed to him. I don't want to be handcuffed to anyone.
Of course not.
But you're
this is
making money.
$2,400.
I don't care. I don't want money that way. I don't care. I'm fine. I'll fucking, whatever.
You'll fucking know whatever.
No, we don't know.
You're doing
You
it.
have to
No,
laugh.
I'm not. No, I don't
Talk
want
to Ronnie about it. He'll make you understand.
What? No.
Come on, JD. Could you for once be a part of something? Could you for once just go along? You're almost
Go with the
Eric
flow.
the Midget.
If I went along with it, it wouldn't last long. It would last like 5 hours, maybe.
You don't think
Well,
you could
that's
get
the
more than
idea.
5 hours
No.
through it? So
No.
I tell you what I'm going to do with you.
That's $500.
Do this for me. Let's start the competition.
So,
Listen to me. Would you let me finish a sentence? We'll start it. You go as long as you can take it. The very least you're going to make.
It's $500.
No. Well, let's see. How much do we say for every hour?
Well, if he could only last 5 hours, it's $100
And
an
let's
hour.
say it lasts an hour. It's $100. Here's your lunch with benefits.
all right, fine. If you're,
Try
if you're,
Try it. See how long you can get through it.
If
you can do it for 5 minutes, do it 5 minutes. If you do 5 hours, if you could do, maybe you'll go the 24 hours.
You never know.
Try to go the 24.
Listen. I will try, but I know it's not going to happen. I can't do that.
What do you think is
Sorry,
the worst?
Robin.
What do you think the worst part of this?
How come you don't? Why don't you become handcuffed to somebody?
Oh, if I was handcuffed to Jared, I'd never want to get.
Whatever.
All right. Well, in that case, Robin,
whatever.
Robin,
Good
in
for
that
you.
case, we're going to handcuff you to JD.
Yeah.
We're going to handcuff you to Greg and Jared, Robin.
Well, what do you say, pal? Want to try it? All right.
I don't really want to, but
Let's
whatever.
go for it.
Go for it.
And
Now,
if
go
you get-
prepare yourself mentally for this.
And fuck privacy. If you get the shits and you got to shit forever, you win, man.
No.
You can shit all over Jared.
You win.
I'd take laxatives and shit.
Remember?
Does this mean Jared would have to come over to my apartment?
Yeah.
No.
Well, you got to
that's
figure
not-
out some place to
Or you
go.
go to his.
It's up to you guys.
Where does Jared live?
You're going to be somewhere together.
You guys are going to have to negotiate that. You go to.
God.
You want to go to Jared's place?
No, I don't want to go anywhere with anyone.
You can afford a room at the Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah, he's going to blow all the money getting a room.
That's what I do.
You guys are going to be in the same bed together. You're going to get to really know each other.
And your skivvies.
You're going to be in your underpants.
You know what? Forget it. I don't want to do this.
Now you're doing
I don't wanna do
it. You're doing it.
Stop being a baby.
You don't have a choice.
Remember when
It's too
Kuro
good.
shit?
This is too good.
That poor girl started crying and throwing up when Kuro shit. You could do the same thing to him.
You could make Jared
JD,
cry.
here's what you do. The handcuffs go on. When you say you want to come out, you come out. Okay?
But if
You
make
try
it a real need. Don't just
Go for it. See how. Try it out.
Are you throwing up?
don't just throw in a towel on yourself.
And really try to open yourself up to learn more about Jared.
Ask him.
I know all I want to know about him.
You might like him.
I did. Does anyone know that we were sort of friends before?
No. Yeah. Tell me about that.
No, who
we
would
were
know
sort of
that?
friendly before.
And then what happened?
And then, he started to be... I don't want to talk about this.
What did he
I
do?
don't want to talk about it at all.
Wait,
I'm done.
What did he start to do?
He's fine. He's whatever. Good for him.
What did he start to do?
Nothing.
Tell me what he did to you. I swear I don't know.
He did.
I think I know.
No.
I think I know.
What did he do, JD?
Nothing.
You said
I really
you
don't
were
want to
very
talk
good
about
friends
it.
with
And
him.
when you hear his...
We weren't that good of friends, but we were friendly.
Okay, and then what happened? What?
I really just want to be done talking about it forever.
What did he do? Just tell us that and you'll be done.
What was the last bad incident?
That's a Fred answer.
What, did he rape you or something?
No.
Did he do something to you physically?
No.
He probably
Did he
fucked
lick
the
your
chick.
chain?
He fucked the chick JD liked. That's probably
No.
what happened. Jared probably doesn't even
Is
know.
that what it
I'm
is?
sure he did, but that has nothing to do with it.
That's got to be
I think
it.
Artie hit on it. Did he get a
got
girl that you
some
liked?
No.
That would drive me crazy, too. All right.
I'm sure that happened, dude. And he doesn't know he did it.
Did he fuck a guy you liked?
I feel he became a little full of himself, all right? And that's it.
How did he get that way?
Was that before Halloween?
Yes. No, maybe. I don't know.
What behaviors did you see to indicate that he became full of himself?
I don't know. Whatever.
There was something you just
I don't think you do know. I don't think you know.
He just thought of something. What was it?
No, I mean, there was the last instant where, we... I don't want to talk about the same one.
Tell me
I
the
don't like
incident.
talking about it.
We hit on something here.
No,
not the last instant. The last incident. When was the last incident?
We were bullshitting out in the hallway.
Go ahead.
and it was like all of us and Ronnie and everybody, and I don't know. He got to. Ronnie was busting my balls, and then I felt Jared said something, and I felt he was trying to seem somewhat more higher up, than me or whatever, more important, and I had enough. So,
wow.
I'm just thinking of Wolfie's transcription on this.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I'm salivating right now.
So, in other words, when Ronnie was goofing on you, Jared piled on.
Yes.
And piled on in a way that made you realize, you know what, I'm just a buffoon to this guy.
Yes.
He's better than me.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fair enough. You're perfect. You guys need to be chained to one another. It's fantastic.
I don't want to be
promotion.
chained to anyone, but whatever.
He's your. If you could be chained to anyone, who would be like the worst person in the world to be chained to? It had to be Jared, right?
Oh no, it'd have to be a homeless guy on the F train or something.
Right.
Wow, Mr. Compassion.
What'd that guy do to you? Well, all right. So listen, here's the deal. You can make some money. You give it a try. You hate it? You uncuff. Boom. You got the key.
You just go boomf.
Unless we don't give you the key, then you're stuck with him.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, boomf.
Oh, I'll find a saw or something.
Saw off Jared's arm.
Yeah, you can saw
I might have to saw off mine.
Gnaw it off. Gnaw it off like a coyote.
JD, if he bangs a girl with you in the room, that would count as a menage a trois.
It's true.
Yeah, you might get something.
How we?
All right,
Howard,
yeah.
should I look into a bonus for Jared if he can get JD to quit?
Oh,
Yes.
fuck him. You know what? Why?
He's higher. He's thinking that he's higher up.
Thanks for looking out for him, Gare.
But you get the bonus if you don't let him make you
Okay,
feel.
Right.
there you go.
Yeah, that's good.
Damn it, Robin. Just keep quiet sometimes.
Wolfie, any more transcriptions of JD?
She just made you money.
Wolf, any...
Those are the two major ones that I had written down.
Okay.
Those were the standouts.
Could you do the first one again?
The first one, you just want his response?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no. Oh, well, no. I didn't, listen, the people I liked was fewer than the people I don't like, whatever. I don't know.
So hilarious.
Listen to me. This is going to be good for you. I think it's going to be a learning experience.
I'll learn how much I hate being chained to somebody.
I think you're going to change as a human being training as a result of this.
What?
It's going to be good for you.
No, it won't.
Yes, it's going to be good for you.
Go back there and prepare for your big challenge.
Get into training.
Handcuff yourself to something.
You know what? I'm excited for you.
All right.
I really am. So you last 5 minutes, you last 5 minutes.
No, he's going to last longer than that. We should take bets on how long we think he can last. I have my money on a whole 24
I don't think he can go an hour.
Well, you'll lose, Robin, I'll tell you.
Come on, JD. Don't be a quitter.
I don't think he can go an hour.
Don't be a quitter.
I don't think he's even looking at $100.
Then they won't even get out of this building.
What you don't want is to be handcuffed for 59 minutes and not get anything.
Yeah.
I say he lasts 20 minutes.
Oh. Where are we going to start this?
Right here.
In the morning.
Yep.
How are they going to work?
I don't know. They're going to have to work that out.
JD will be doing favors for Tim via proxy.
All right. I wish you luck with this promotion, JD.
Yeah.
You'll do it. 2,400 plus bonus.
And you're helping
24 hours, JD. I got my
If
money.
you go to 24, you get the bonus. If Jared gets you to quit before then, he gets the bonus.
And you're helping the company. This is a huge client.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. There he is, JD.
What a great promotion.
Right.
Is this going to be like Big Brother? Everything's going to be videotaped?
Oh. Videotaped. 50 cameras. In fact, major films are going to have to shut down because there's going to be no cameras around. We're going to have them all.
There were less cameras on Apocalypse Now.
Right. Doug, I want an 8-camera shoot. I want all resources poured into this.
And I would make sure you interview them like every hour just so you know what JD's thinking at each moment.
Yep. I know what to do, Wolfie. I might even let you be a part of this.
I would appreciate it.
You're going to be like the court stenographer. You're going to go by and transcribe.
That would be excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard, can I sit in on a staff meeting someday? I would love to participate if possible.
Really? Are you going to be so full of suggestions that I have to shoot down?
No.
All my guys have learned not to waste my time.
Right.
I mean, I don't need to say a word if that's what you would prefer.
You just want to observe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, I'll give you a shot.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Talk to Gary. He'll book you in.
Dreams come true on the Howard Stern.
All right, thank you. Wolfie's got something. I don't know what it is.
He's so funny. He jumped from Gary to JD.
You got it. Well, you got it.
That's how Sal got his start here.
And Richard.
Right. By the way, today is an exciting day. At 7 o'clock, we begin this contest. It is quite a human experiment, ladies and gentlemen. J.D. and Jared.
Oh.
I have been waiting for this.
Me too.
The 24-hour J.D. and Jared experiment is happening today.
JD swears he will not stay with Jared for 24 hours.
Well, I'll tell you what I do know. I'll tell you what I do know about this. This was a brilliant idea to see how, J.D., everyone loves and knows J.D. J.D. hates Jared, who works here. Jared is this handsome guy, always gets girls, he's successful, and he is the anti-J.D. And J.D. hates him. He's never really been able to articulate why he hates J.D.
Just because he's everything he would like to be.
Yeah, but most of it centers around one time he joined in on goofing on J.D., and J.D. had enough. So we came up with a human experiment. Handcuff J.D. and Jared together. Because of the Fox TV show 24, we were able to get a lot of money for this. Thank you, 24. And this 24 is having a groundbreaking 2-hour special that is airing, I believe, tonight.
Is it tonight?
I believe.
Or is it the
Sorry,
weekend?
this Sunday night.
Yeah.
Okay, 8 o'clock, 7 Central, only on Fox Television. I want to get the plug in. But
I gave Jay the advice for this.
What'd you tell him?
I told him, eat as much disgusting Mexican shit as you can and then take a laxative right before. And, make him have to be handcuffed to you while you're shitting constantly. I mean, that's...
Well,
I take you back to Caro's shitting when that...
That might not be great advice, but I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
I'm going to tell you why.
Doesn't the guy get money if the other guy...
That is true.
Right.
But let me tell you why it might not be great advice. For every hour they're handcuffed together, they get $100 apiece.
Oh, okay.
I believe it's $100 apiece. And Gary, correct me if I'm wrong. So that would be $2,400.
Oh, on top. Okay.
And on top of that, if they go the full 24 hours, they get an extra $1,000, I believe. Now,
You see, I think we need something to keep J.D. in the contest, and I don't think that will.
Well, what if one of them quits? Do they get it? Does the other one get a prize?
The other one gets a $1,000 bonus.
Ah.
So there's a lot at play here.
So
Now,
he's just going to give Jared the $1,000.
That's right. J.D. has claimed
The longest he will stay handcuffed is for the length of the show, which would be about 4 or 5 hours.
So that would mean, okay, just to make this straight. So that would mean Jared would get $400 for that and $1,000 for J.D. break, and he get $1,400. Right. J.D. would still get $400, though?
That's right.
Okay.
See, I don't think J.D. should get anything.
You know what? I'm along those lines, too.
Because he's going to break this off at a point where he says, I can spend some money.
You quit, you get nothing.
I got to tell you something. I don't know. J.D. ought to think about this. I know J.D. needs money.
But he doesn't have the practical head.
And the winner gets the other $400 that would have went to him. That winner takes all.
Yeah.
No, that's not the contest.
Come on. I'm telling you, you got to do something to try to keep him in this.
No, that is not the contest.
Gary, did I have the contest right? Did I just explain?
You had it right on the money, Howard.
Right on the money, okay.
Yeah, listen, there's incentives for staying the whole way.
Not for J.D.
There's incentives to not let your opponent quit. I mean, I don't know what else we can do.
Not for J.D.
What could we give to J.D. to make him stay?
Nothing if he quit.
Know something? You want to know something? I believe J.D. will go the distance.
I believe he's already out.
I don't believe it.
He's told me I'm not doing this any longer than 5 hours.
Well, let's see. That's a human experiment. Because I need to know, does J.D. really need money or not? If he needs money,
he needs money, and he doesn't have any sense.
Well, let's find out if he doesn't have any sense.
Or dollars.
This is the guy who took his tax return and gave it to a stripper.
That's true.
He's not that bright.
There's the J.D. and Jared logo.
It's called a graphic. Get into the business.
Yeah. What is that? It's a graphic of you and Jared.
It's television. You've never seen it before?
What's up, J.D.?
I kind of want to correct Robin and just say, or not correct her, but say
Didn't you tell me you
I did.
Wait a second. Let him talk. What is this?
But I doubt I will go to 24 hours, but I will probably go a little, definitely longer than the show. Definitely past the wrap-up show.
Let me tell you something, J.D. You're being handed an excellent opportunity to make big dollars.
I know.
And if you want to piss it away, that's fine.
Why couldn't you stay 24 hours?
Maybe you will.
Because there's 24 hours of someone next to you constantly.
That's the contest.
And a camera on you the whole time.
But it's a hot guy.
One day, J.D.
J.D., $2,400 plus a $1,000 bonus.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That's $3,400 to waste on strippers.
You know how many girls are dying to be in your position?
How many girls are waiting to fleece you?
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
J.D., I say you're going to go the full 24 hours. What do you think of that? I think they're all wrong.
You want to bet?
I don't. No. See, and then I'll feel bad for disappointing you after.
Oh, then let's bet.
I'll bet to make it interesting.
I'll bet so that he stays in.
Oh. J.D. and I have developed a relationship, and I think J.D. likes me, and he wants to see me.
He wouldn't want to
come on, Art.
He wants to see me prosper, so I'll bet someone $10,000 to J.D.
J.D. will go the distance. He will go 24 hours handcuffed to Jared.
Bet me if you're so sure.
It'll be lots of fun and hijinks, and I wish you the best of luck.
Fun and hijinks.
I'll bet you, Robin. You want to go $500?
Sure.
Okay. So you think J.D. is not going to do it?
I think he's not going to do it.
I'm taking J.D. for $500. Five
large?
5 yards.
I think you're going to do okay on that bet.
All right. Good. I'm glad. J.D., you motherfucker.
So, J.D., it's your big day to be handcuffed to Jared.
And don't disappoint Artie.
I don't want to disappoint anyone, but whatever. Someone's going to be disappointed.
Enjoy your last 34 minutes of freedom.
Where's Jared so you can look at him?
Whatever I feel like I want to do. Gosh.
Dude, finally girls will be sort of looking in your direction.
That's true.
See, that's what I would do. I would take Jared to a bar.
Yeah, so he has to sit there and watch Jared get laid?
How great is it?
He's standing in the crowd this time.
No, but how great is it if Jared's fucking a chick
Jake,
during the 24 hours?
That guy does a lot of fucking, so he might have to...
Do you want Jared at this point, or should we wait till 7?
Well, let's see. What is Jared thinking? And we've heard what
Jared's
JD's
got to do 24 hours,
Jared, if you have an ounce of a sense of humor, just he's got to have slam dunk chicks he could fuck. Fuck a chick tonight.
Where are they sleeping? Where are they sleeping?
Robin, everything is up to them.
Ah.
They handcuff them, they figure
No one's coming to my house, I'll tell you that.
No one wants to go to your house.
Neither do I.
Something tells me Jared's got a better place to sleep than you do.
JD's welcome at my place.
Jared, how are you looking at this? This is an opportunity for you to make some extra cash.
I'm in for 24 hours.
You are? Wow.
No sweat, right?
Nope. Actually, there's going to be some sweat because we're going to the gym.
He's going to see Jared.
I'll be dead weight, pal.
That's fine.
Exactly.
Jared,
that's a better workout.
Your plan is not to interrupt your life whatsoever.
No, I got things to do today, and we're gonna do them.
Oh, well, don't you have to negotiate this with JD?
Well, I'm going to talk to him. What he wants to do, we can do, and hopefully, Jim is important to me, so that's one of the things I want to do.
It's going to be a type A personality handcuffed to a type G.
Jared, is it possible the two of you will become friends through this experience? I see this could happen. JD, do you see that as possible?
I not any more than we are now.
Jared, do you see this as a potential friend-making opportunity?
Based on that reaction, I don't think so.
Right. How will you negotiate with him? Will you be able to talk to Jared, JD, and negotiate your day with him?
I will try, yes.
Right. Now, Jared
I'm going to fucking have to.
Jared says that he's going to want to go to the gym. Jared, where do you think you guys will end up sleeping? I mean, you guys might as well have that discussion.
I mean, I'd go back to his place, but from what I hear from everyone in the office, that's not going to happen.
Why? I'd rather sleep in the green room.
You guys should do blow all night.
Oh, boy.
JD.
Yeah, you're young. It's all right.
JD, what do you mean you're going to sleep in the green room? Jared, you're not into sleeping in the green room, are you?
Anything to make this money. I'll go 24 hours.
He's a go-getter.
Right.
You're fucked.
Well, what will you be able to do at the gym with JD attached to you? What is your regimen?
You know what? I was thinking about it last night, and the thing that's going to be the most difficult is running on the treadmill. But if he stands on the next treadmill, I can do it.
Can you do the elliptical instead?
I can stand like this.
Yeah, I can run like that.
So JD, you will stand next to Jared while he's on the treadmill?
Oh, my God, what torture.
Jared, you could do some loser curls.
And then I can, as long as he's
willing. Shower after you run?
Yeah, of course.
So you will take JD in the shower with you? You want to what?
Nothing.
What do you want to do?
You want to see him in the shower?
No, I don't.
You're going to see him naked.
No, I'm not.
JD will be fully clothed.
Okay, if he wants me to see him naked that bad, whatever.
It's not that.
Okay.
I just need to shower. I'm going to smell the rest of the day.
I would smell. I don't care.
You would rather smell him than see him naked?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No, that is the right answer.
I'd rather someone smell me or whatever.
What in the fuck are you talking about?
Are you planning on smelling?
I'm not planning on going home, so I'm not planning on showering.
Let me ask you the most intimate question. What are you going to do, JD, when you have to make a duty?
Oh, my God.
Because you will probably have to make duty.
We'll get there. We'll get there when the time comes.
Right.
Well, Jared's going to have to, too.
Jared, what are your plans when you have to make duty?
I'm going to go. You know what? I practiced in some sense with Will. I had my arm holding his arm, and I wanted to see how far he could go outside the bathroom.
Right.
So, it's doable here. You can stand on the stall next to him.
Now, JD, you have a situation where you have to pull clips for the show. It's very tedious work.
You get up very early, too.
You have to watch television and then pull the clips and edit them and all of that.
Yes.
With Jared handcuffed to you, how will that happen?
I don't know. It depends on which arm is linked to which arm.
Which would be better?
Well, I'm left-handed. So.
Now, what about you, Jared? You have responsibilities here at the radio station. I mean, you are Tim's right-hand man. How are you going to function if he's busy editing tapes?
I think that we can figure out a system where, he can give me about 10, 15 minutes to run back to my desk. I have a BlackBerry, so I can do most of my work off that.
Okay, good. All right. Well, that sounds like a plan there. Well, the gym is going to be interesting. That I'm anxious to hear about and see. As JD,
I may go.
Can you know what? Can you imagine JD standing next to the treadmill while Jared
runs?
Yeah. Maybe JD, you would run too. Get on the treadmill.
Well, I'm not in the shape he is. I'd probably have a heart attack or something after 10 minutes.
You can go to slower pace.
5 minutes.
How long do you run for, Jared, on average?
It's like 20 minutes.
At what number there?
Between 7 and 8.5.
And then what do? Do you lift weights?
Yeah.
You will. So JD will be handcuffed to you while you're lifting weights.
Yeah, I usually spend about an hour to 2 hours in the gym.
Right, okay.
Well, I can't wait to see this whole production.
Oh, my God.
But, I'll abbreviate that if...
No,
as long as JD's
Is there anything that's on your list that is a must-do for your private life?
Well, no. JD has no private life, but I do know Jared has a big fancy party to go to tonight, so he's hoping JD will drop out before that.
Yeah.
What is this party that you...
one of my friends who's an investment banker, their company's having a very large party tonight.
Ooh,
and
black tie?
No. You know what? I actually didn't find out what the attire is. I would imagine it's business casual, but it's one of them like most exclusive clubs in the city.
Jay, do you have your business casual outfit ready?
He's wearing
this is it. You know, look at it.
He's wearing
But I spoke to him, and he said that they'd love to have us there. So
sure they would.
Even if JD's handcuffed to me, we'll go.
Wonderful. So JD will be handcuffed to you, and you will change it to appropriate attire.
Yeah.
And JD will look like the slob that he is, and you will go to this event.
Would you
JD
even shave for this event, JD?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Who, me?
I'm in a very lazy spell right
Last
now.
time J.D. shaved was for the dinner Howard took us to. It was so funny. He shows up shaved at Nobu.
By the way, Jared says has told me that he's very regular. He takes a dump about every day at 2 p.m. Is that correct?
Yeah, around that time.
Right, so that'll be when JD...
And I just ate a big bowl of Fiber One. So
Fiber One. I tell you what, at about 2:02, I'm going to stop wherever I am and smile.
Well, JD will be having his usual lunch of, what is it?
I don't have to eat anything. I don't care.
You're not going to eat.
I'll fast.
JD, I sense you're nervous about this.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Tell me why.
It's a whole thing. I don't want to be involved in whole big things like this. This is stupid. I'm going to have someone attached to me, for Christ's sake. And not only that, I'm going to have, cameras all over me the whole entire time.
Yeah, it's a bit for a show.
Yeah, I know. I'm not,
you're talking about a potential $2,400.
Actually, more than that.
That's right, based on the show 24. And then an additional $1,000, which would be quite a haul for just being handcuffed to someone. Jared, you seem to really want that money.
Hey, times are tough.
You want
I
every
got rent
penny.
checks to pay.
Right, every penny of that.
At the party tonight, I envision Jared hitting on a hot chick while one of the investment bankers is giving J.D. a Benny Hill on his forehead, right? Just knocking you out and fucking with you.
I suppose there'll be a lot of attractive women at this party.
I don't know. It's investment bankers.
No, they have broads all over the place. Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Not nowadays. But
J.D., what are you going to use the money for if you do go the 24 hours?
I don't know.
Won't be anything about women.
Will you save the money or will you blow it?
Probably. I'm saving some.
Good, all right.
Trying to.
Well, that's good.
Do you think you'll need some kind of a celebration to get away from Jared? Do you have anything in mind? Like, what do you do after 24 hours of being attached to the person you hate the most?
I don't know. It's going to be, because I'm going to Boston on Friday, and then I'm flying to Ohio, so I won't have time to celebrate much.
Now, Jared, I heard you
I'm not a big celebrator anyway.
I heard you mention that the party's at the hottest club in New York City.
One of them, yeah.
Exclusive, he said.
I would imagine that there are going to be hot chicks there.
Will
they be dancing? Yeah, they'll be dancing.
Are you afraid that they won't let you in with J.D. attached to you?
You know what? I spoke to my buddy, and he's pretty high up at this company, so he said that they're looking forward to it.
J.D. sounds like a big night ahead of you.
Oh, yeah, big night.
You know what, Jared? You should break dance with J.D.
J.D., my prediction is you and Jared will get closer during this time.
Got no choice.
And as you watch him run and shower and make duty.
Do you think there's anything that you might start to like?
I don't know, Robin.
Do you want to wish him luck, or do you want to say anything to him now at the beginning of this?
Well, no, it's kind of weird. We're, competing, but it's a whole weird thing.
We're not competing, though. See, if I could just speak to JD for 1 second.
Sure.
If we can go the entire 24 hours, we stand to make a lot of money, so I'm not trying to compete with you. I'm actually not trying to get you to quit, because I stand to make more money by going the 24 hours than if you quit in a couple hours, because all I'd make is, $1,400, $1,300.
Work together.
We'll see.
Right. JD, what do you think of what Jared just said?
Whatever. We'll see what happens.
Whatever. He just made a direct comment that
I know.
You should work together.
Okay. We'll do what we can.
What?
We'll do what we can.
All right. Fair enough.
I don't even understand that. Jared says he's all in, and you'll do what you can?
Yeah.
In other words, you're going to see how much you can stomach of this Jared.
Of the situation. It's not just Jared, it's the situation.
Right.
Think of the money.
Jared, if you pick up a girl tonight, and let's say she wants to have sex with you, which has happened many nights because of your charm and good looks, will being chained to JD stop you? Or will you go ahead with the...
He has to go ahead.
I don't know. I guess we're going to have to cross that bridge when we get there.
Well, I want to meet the chick who's willing to do that. That's a fun broad.
Yep. JD, I noticed one thing.
Oh, no.
And if I may say this, and I don't mean to embarrass you,
but God, what?
You haven't looked at Jared once during
he
this
won't
interview.
make eye contact.
How are you going to get through this 24 hours if you won't even look at the man? Do you want to practice looking at him?
He's going to be off to my side. I see him right there. I see him.
But it's hard for you to even look at him.
Oh,
Why is that?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Look at that graphic up there.
I see it enough. I see it.
But
I see it.
there's not a big difference between the two of you when you fix yourself up.
It's true.
All right, well, thank you. But, you know, sorry.
When you guys are just a graphic head from 100 feet away, you sort of look like you're both human beings.
Well, J.D., that's my point. You're going to have to get through this period, and it's a very close, intimate thing. This idea that you cannot even look at this guy. And that's going to be rough.
Why can't you take this as a learning experience? Maybe you can cop some moves.
Yes, Dominic Barber, you're on the air.
All right, first of all...
Oh, God, J.D., stop.
I'm putting up another $1,000 for each. However, if one causes the other one to leave, they get the $2,000.
Well, we already have that going.
Yeah, but I'm adding another $1,000 more. So if they make it, they get another $1,000. But if one leaves, that person gets the whole $2,000.
Wow.
Uh-oh. Makes more of an incentive not to work together.
It's a little like marriage.
Oh, stop.
Don't you know?
Well, you know what? I think I should just give Robin the $500 right now.
Hey, Dominic.
I'm not going to discuss anything.
No, I don't want to discuss that.
I miss you all.
No, I want to ask you a question and not about that. I wanted to ask him something, but he's in avoidance mode.
Filibustering.
He's filibustering. You know, I know you're going through a marriage situation, and I know you can't talk about it. So that I'm not going to waste my time with that.
I'm also moving my office.
But why?
Well, I took a new suite at 401 Franklin from Jan Berman. It's a beautiful new building, and I'm moving the entire office, and only because my lease is up.
Okay. The thing I'm going to ask you is, I don't know how you run your business, and I know you're a very successful attorney.
Yeah.
But when I call you, do you even get the message?
Yeah, no. And what happened
I knew
was...
How does he not get the message?
I got to tell you, I called his
Howard,
office.
I've left you my cell phone. I've called you on your phone.
Yes.
And I appreciate your caring. And as soon as it's all over, I'll come on the air.
All right, but actually, I don't care. What I'm saying is...
You don't love me? You don't love me?
No. What I want to say is, and not about your situation, the guy asked me to call him. He leaves me his business number. I call up. It's almost like they don't even know who Dominic is over there. And I go, listen, I said, this is Howard. Dominic is in a meeting. I said, okay. Tell him I called. I don't hear back. I said, first of all, this guy thinks I don't care because he thinks I don't call him back. I call him back.
Robin Ivan speaking.
Yeah, we talked.
I could tell that this guy doesn't get the message. And, I said, you know what, I'm not calling anymore. I'm done.
I love you. I miss you all.
Goodbye.
It'll be over soon. It's peaceful, and it's going to be fine. And thank you, Robin and Howard. Even if you don't love me, I miss you. I miss the show very much.
Of course you do.
And Artie?
Must be killing him not to call in.
Of course. It is. It's the worst part. Artie?
What?
Murder. 208. That's all I'll tell you.
Wow. I gave you, by the way, I gave the $1,000 to Will for his wedding, like you instructed me.
What did he say? He weighs 208?
Yes.
That's very light.
Yes. And I'll come in and be weighed within a week or two.
All right.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Artie, thanks for giving me $1,000. I miss you all.
All right.
So I feel like I'm calling.
All right. Well, the real interesting thing about Dominic, and Fred played the appropriate sound effect, is that he...
I showed some restraint.
He is divorcing his third and fourth wife.
Yes.
And many interesting stories I've heard. So if I ever get to interview him about it, it would be fascinating to you. And I will do it.
One of these days.
One of these days. But I wasn't going to waste time sitting and asking him questions and not have him answer.
He might really be thin if he's not eating spaghetti and throwing it.
Bullshit!
That's right.
Or hitting people.
Well, anyway, boys, I wish you luck. I know at 7 o'clock you will be handcuffed. What arm you use is up to you. You guys figure that out.
Jared, you're a righty?
I'm a righty.
Oh.
Well, no, that would work because he's a lefty. So our left and our right hand would be handcuffed to each other.
That'll work.
That's good. All right, so far so good.
Or the weak arms handcuffed to each other.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
The left and the right.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I thought... Oh, no.
Your right and his left. You understand? In other words, Jared will have use of his right hand.
Yes.
And you'll have use of your left.
Already you two are, like, working things out.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, my God.
What do you mean, oh, my God? It's true.
Okay.
You two are a good couple. The fact that one's a lefty and one's a righty is so convenient.
Gosh.
All right. Thanks, guys. Good luck. Thanks to the TV show 24, by the way.
Do the chickens have large talons?
Fact. I want to thank the TV show 24 because they're doing a groundbreaking series return with a special 2-hour event. And that is happening Sunday at 8 o'clock, 7 Central, only on Fox. And we thank them for giving us this money for this incredible human experiment.
I was laughing because even at the door, Jared tried to hold the door for J.D., and J.D. refused to walk through it.
Right. It's going to be good.
He's amazing.
And I guess and as soon as one of them says, that's it, I've had enough, I want out, they shall be uncuffed. That's it.
And that's where the money will go.
As soon as someone gives up, and that's it. And you can see Dominic putting up more money. By the way, it is hard to believe, but Howard TV launched 3 years ago today and still going strong. Howard TV. And they will be all over the J.D. Jarrett event. They're going to be shooting that whole thing, which I think will be great. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a commercial break, but before we go to the break, hey, have J.D. and Jared been handcuffed? I got to take a quick look.
Oh, is it time?
It's 7. We're waiting to do it on air. You ready to do it?
Yeah, handcuffed.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's 7:02.
7:02.
So it's got to go until 7:02 tomorrow.
That's correct, Rob. Good for you.
I did that right away in my head.
You watched that.
Otherwise, you added 24. And then the extra 2 minutes. I like to get inside the process of how you figured that out. J.D., here you are. Are you ready to be handcuffed? Your freedom is over. You can end it any time you want.
No, I know.
Where's Jared?
So far, Jared's a no-show.
You will receive $100 an hour. For every hour you're handcuffed to Jared, you will get a bonus.
He has to complete an hour, so he couldn't get $100 right now if Jared doesn't show up.
$1,000 bonus. If Jared doesn't show up soon, you win automatically.
You will receive handcuffs. Do not lose your handcuffs. Anyone lose their handcuffs spends that in the box.
$1,000. Is that from...
we have a key.
You will receive a spoon. Do not lose your spoon.
Those are gay handcuffs.
I know.
Yeah, furry.
You know what? We did this last time. Although they look gay, we put the fur on them because we don't want them to hurt their hands.
They look like sexual aids.
I know. Looks like Jared just unhooked you from the bed.
Jared, you are being hooked in. Well, boys?
I hate this.
You hate it already?
It's so stupid.
Do you want to be unhooked?
No, not yet.
Gary has the keys. Who are you going to give the keys to, Gary? Hey. You're going to hold on to them.
Oh, what about like when you're not around?
Hey, if I go home and forget them, what are you going to do? I have them on my desk. They're on my desk.
But what if they're at the gym shitting and you got to be called? You going to run down there?
Give him with the camera guy.
I'll leave with the camera guy.
Oh, that's too easy.
Thank God I troubleshooted there.
Jared, what about you? You said this was going to be a piece of cake. You are now handcuffed to J.D. Do you feel...
Here they go trying to do something together for the first time.
How do you feel, Jared, being handcuffed to J.D.? Is it awkward?
A little bit. We'll get used to it.
Right.
A little bit. Have you been handcuffed to someone?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got a feeling she didn't have a cock.
When were you handcuffed to someone?
I'm just kidding.
You're just kidding around. Okay.
I don't see a major difference in the outfits they're wearing.
Well, you know what?
Just a major difference in the way they look at them.
I mean, that is such a difference.
This sweater I got with the gift card that he sold me.
Yeah, bring that up again, asshole.
Oh, wait, that's right. You sold him my gift card.
Yes, I needed money at the time.
Bullshit?
Yeah, I know.
You motherfucker.
Meanwhile, I'll tell you what. One guy reeks of confidence, the other one doesn't. I'm not going to say which guy.
The other one reeks.
All right.
Hey-oh.
All right, so guys, go live your life. We'll check in with you during the show.
What do they do immediately? Because J.D.'s working, right?
What are you going to do, guys?
We'll go back to J.D.'s office. He's got work to do. I got my BlackBerry. I'm ready to go. And Tim is understanding.
Okay.
Of course.
What do you mean, of course?
No, he just is.
No. Because Jerry gets everything he wants.
No, never mind. No, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that.
What is it?
No, he's just understanding of the show. The show's first.
Okay. All right, J.D. and Jared, the new hot couple. Good luck being handcuffed together. And hope that you get the $2,400 plus the $1,000 bonus. And evidently Dominic's throwing in money, too.
I just can't wait. They got to sleep together.
That's going to be interesting because JD goes to sleep a lot earlier than I do.
Well, I've had a very bad sleep schedule lately, so.
He's going to be sleeping through the party.
Right.
Maybe.
Shut up. I'm trying to get some shine.
I can see a chick talking to
I don't want to
Jared.
hear about your stupid, boring Wall Street.
Jared, it's wonderful talking to you. Do you know there's a guy handcuffed to you in the punch?
All right, boys, go ahead and may the best man win.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, there you go. Let's
I
see.
think those handcuffs will be hot at the party.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Turns you on, Robin.
No, I mean, a lot of girls are going to go, what's going on here?
Yeah.
A lot of opportunity to talk.
You mean JD might actually get to talk to a girl at the party?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a fashion statement. People are going to be going, I want to be handcuffed to a nerd.
You think this will turn into a fashion statement?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you said he said what the dress code was, I thought it was nerd casual.
Yeah, nerd casual. Sort of a redundant thing there.
Lisa G's out there interviewing them.
She loves interviewing.
I love how JD will never look at Jared.
It's so great. He does not look at him.
This is fun, man.
Well, the funny thing was, like, when they were going out, JD opened the door. Jared stepped out ahead of him, and he started shaking his head. It's like, motherfucker, I was supposed to go out first, not you.
Yeah. It really is. It's an amazing experiment already, like the difference in humanity. Like, one is just like such a different personality than the other. It's like direct opposites.
You know, the funny thing is, I mean, I'm not into guys. I've told you that. But when I look at Jared, I know everyone says Jared's a great-looking guy. I don't think J.D. looks that bad next to Jared.
This is what I'm telling you. Even on the graphic, it was like J.D. makes himself look bad.
But you know what he could do, too? It's like if he put on some sunglasses and tried to convince everybody he was like Dave Grohl, he might be able to,
he's got that.
might be able to fool everybody.
Yeah.
He's not able to pull it off.
I mean, look, unfortunately, I relate more to JD. I'm more like him, but I'm not into guys either, but I think Jared's a good-looking guy, and JD really isn't.
All right, good enough, Artie. All right, we're going to take a break.
There they go, walking down the hall together.
There they go.
Here comes the bride.
This is so fucking great.
Where are they going?
To Gary's office.
They got the key already.
I think he wants out.
I'm done.
And JD hanging in there.
Oh, when they're alone, that's going to be the best. The cameraman can't get involved. It's got to be like a documentary.
They're going to be forced to talk, because I think JD is going to realize that Jared's really not that bad of a guy, maybe.
Although at some point, I think even Jared, as unflappable as he is, I think JD's going to get to him.
Look at this. JD is now in his little booth doing his work, and Jared is just sitting there like handcuffed, like his arm is up in the air.
I'm lucky. I'm glad they got him a chair.
He's got his BlackBerry.
Yeah, he does. He's on his BlackBerry. How much work can he get done on that BlackBerry?
You know what?
He's one-handed.
I guess certain types of personalities can do everything for that fucking thing. I don't know.
Oh, there you go. All right, JD flipping us the bird with his free hand. You know what's great? JD seems to, like, just be ignoring Jared and, like, using both hands and, like, acting like Jared doesn't even have a say in it.
I know.
It looks like Ryan...
He's using both hands.
It looks like Ryan Seacrest was handcuffed to Clay Aiken.
Clay Aiken after a car crash.
God.
Before they fixed him up, actually.
But it's weird, like, JD just ignoring Jared and doing his work and, like, not even, like... He's saying, Jared, is this okay with you? Nothing.
No, he hasn't asked him one thing.
JD's just going to go on with his life.
JD is actually really good at sitting and not reacting to anything.
Yeah.
Like, there's times, like, even when he's on the road with me, he'll be in the corner of a room and you'll go, is he alive?
He appears to be getting annoyed about something.
Actually, the real Clay Aiken would probably love being handcuffed.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
I think they're having their first argument. I see them interacting in some way.
Trouble in paradise.
I see Jared.
Jared is interested in his work. He's talking to him.
I think Jared is helping JD.
Jared's going like, how do you do that? He'll probably figure out a better way for JD to do his job.
They're laughing together.
Hey, Jared, feel free to supervise JD so he can be more efficient.
Oh, they hear us. That's right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, Jared's going to be like, wow, you tape shit.
You know
Why do you do it that way? There's another way to do it that would be much faster. And
watching the two of them chained together, I feel like Margaret Mead on one of those anthropology specials, like where she goes into deepest, darkest Africa and observes the tribes. Like, watching these guys is fascinating. I don't know. I'm enjoying it.
Jared's trying to talk to him. I don't know. Oh, JD's talking back.
They seem to be communicating.
No, JD's talking to himself.
Who's Jared talking to?
I think he's trying to talk to JD.
Yeah,
JD's
Gary.
talking to himself.
I can't put up the audio.
You
I
can't
can?
put up?
I tried that several times. It wasn't giving me anything.
Put up the audio.
They're both talking to JD.
See if we can hear.
That's cutting out.
I don't hear it.
I tried that like 5 times before. They must be in a bad zone.
JD just doing his work. JD's on Perez Hilton. I guess he's feeling kind of gay sitting that close to a man.
Yeah, JD's just...
No, I think the mic sign's cutting out.
That's okay. All right, we'll leave those guys alone. We got to. Here's a guy with a question about the contest. Yeah, go ahead, Jason.
Yes, sir, Howard. A couple things. If Jared and JD go to the gym, what's the rules? If they take off the handcuffs, is it over? Because when Jared gets a shower, he's got to have them clothes off, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, I don't know how they're going to do it, but I guess maybe he's going to cut his clothes off.
Yeah, that. Or another
he's got to
thing,
cut that
does Jared
sweater.
own a car?
Sorry, what'd you say?
I'm sorry, Robin. Does Jared own a car?
I don't know how they're going to get any. I don't know how it all works, man.
Well, they're New York City residents. I don't think a
No
car's
cars,
an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, how great would it be that JD has to drive Jared's car?
That'd be good if they drove it together.
Yeah. I think there's subway and cabinet, though.
Yeah. All right,
okay.
thank you. We'll tell you. We'll report to you, and we'll tell you what's going on. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back right after these. Let's see. Let's check on J.D. and Jared in case you just tuned in. J.D. and Jared, compliments of the Fox television show 24, which, by the way, check them out Sunday night at 8 o'clock. They're doing a 2-hour event with 24, a brand new show.
Jack is back.
In honor of 24 hours of J.D. and Jared handcuffed together. They are now in hour 3 they're in.
How's it going?
For every hour they're handcuffed. Guys, come on in and talk to us, if you
I
don't
wondered,
mind.
J.D. sometimes comes in on the breaks. Has he been doing that since he's handcuffed to Jared?
No, we haven't seen J.D. It's affecting my work.
Yeah, he
Also,
shouldn't stop doing his work.
I noticed that J.D. usually works on the computer, but Jared was on the computer. They seem to have worked something out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Boys, tell me how it's going. J.D., you look relaxed. You look like you're having a good time with Jared.
You liking Jared?
I'm fine.
You fine?
Yeah.
What was going on there? You were working on the computer. Now I see Jared took over your computer. What happened there?
Well, he has a lot more emails to do, and, I'm usually on there just surfing websites and stuff.
Was that what you're doing?
Well, yeah, looking for stuff. I don't know.
So, Jared, how do you find it? Maybe you're more annoyed than J.D. is.
I got to tell you, after the past 2 hours, I think we're going to be good friends after this.
You do?
I really do.
Have you guys
my good friends.
Have you guys
The ice is breaking,
It
isn't
is.
it?
What happened, Jared?
The fact that we're kind of in this together and everyone else is now screwing with us,
right?
I feel like we're getting a common bond here.
I like to hear that. Well, but what do you think, J.D.? Do you think you might be good friends with Jared when this is over?
I doubt it, but,
but is he showing you some kind of quality that you could sort of like?
No, he's like how he always is.
Oh.
Or it was, whatever, I don't know. It's fine.
You don't feel like he's in this together with you?
No, I feel that, I guess, but,
Has anyone gotten to the bathroom yet?
No.
No.
Not even for number one.
Not even for pee-pee.
I become friendly with J.D. on the road and stuff, and I love J.D., and me and him have a lot in common. Especially when it comes to broads and bitterness towards maybe good-looking people.
Bullshit.
Yeah, we do. And I would tell J.D. if I thought Jared was an asshole. He isn't, and I think he's a good guy, and I really think J.D. is going to find out that he's not that bad of a guy. I think this is going to be a positive thing.
Not that bad of a guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy, I think.
J.D., do you think you'll be able to pee in front of Jared? And I know for me, I'm very pee-shy. If somebody's standing there, it's very hard for it to come out.
Yeah, I know. I don't go to public bathrooms hardly at all.
Really? You're pee-shy, too?
Yeah, very. And,
so do you think you're going to end up standing there a long time waiting for the pee to come out?
If it happens,
You're planning not to go.
I'm planning not to do anything.
He hasn't drank anything or eaten anything yet.
Have you been drinking things?
Drinking a little bit of water.
Right.
Are you trying to fast for this whole thing?
This wasn't this wasn't planned. I only ate since yesterday lunch.
Really?
Yeah. And I had some peanuts when I came in this morning. So
Peanuts?
That's about it, yeah.
Jared, what about you? Are you pee-shy? Do you have trouble peeing in front of another man?
You know, I haven't peed in front of many men before, but...
You don't think it'll be a problem?
I don't think it'll be a problem.
I got to tell you, you have no problems. And
Were you an athlete in high school or anything? Were you on teams and
I played
stuff
soccer.
like that?
Yeah, so no problem for you. JD, I doubt you played any teams, right?
I played some Little League.
Did you?
But
Little
nothing
League,
in...
Nothing in high school.
No.
Little League, there's no big deal.
I was in drama in high school.
Probably guess Jared's cock is probably much bigger than JD's, too.
Retarded kids.
Right.
If you want to think it.
No, I'm thinking about it. All right, well, boys...
We're going to go get breakfast, actually.
You're going to go get breakfast now?
Yeah.
All right, so, well, you might even end up talking to each other.
And it's okay, the working situation, are you being respectful of each other? Are you giving what you need?
When I need to get my hand up to type with two hands on the computer, he lifts it up so I can do it, and when he needs to jump on the computer, I do the same.
Okay, boys. Well, keep going. You've already earned. You're in your third hour, so let's just say you're almost up to $300 apiece. The money is coming in. It's rolling in. You know?
Oh, yeah, it's really rolling in.
All you got to do is stay handcuffed. All right, boys. Good luck. We'll check in with you later. There they go. The hardworking J.D. and Jared. They don't like each other. Well, J.D. doesn't like Jared.
Jared
but
seems to like J.D.
Yeah, let's see. Jared's opening the door, and J.D. struggling to get out.
It's an avalanche of money coming down on them.
Any chance those two, after the 24 hours, will want to stay handcuffed, that they'll enjoy each other so much?
Yeah, I'm banking on that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's get into our news block next. Do I need to take a break first, Fred?
We're okay for now.
Okay, we're okay. I can't imagine anyone's that upset about a library not being around. He was cool, that guy. I want to interview him. Want him to cry on our show.
Yeah, what did the library mean to him?
Let's see if I can find it. It might take me a while to dig that one up. No help? JD, you got a word?
Anybody out there?
JD1 in green.
Thanks. Oh, okay.
Hey, is JD like friends with Jared now? Like, are they hanging out?
Well, what I know, the update is that ever since they were chained together, that JD kind of, I'm not going to say he's in love with Jared or that he's going to hang out with him, but they're kind of friendly, and I don't know where that's taken them. Like, I don't know if they say hello to each other in the halls now.
Well, that's interesting. I haven't seen them together since they were separated.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on.
Hey, JD, what's going on with you and Jared? Can you give this gentleman, Vince, a quick update?
We all need an update.
Yeah, please.
It's always fun hearing him try to explain shit.
He kind of fits the profile.
Ronnie yelled at me. Everything's fine. It's I'm friendlier.
All right, what's going on? Like now, when Jared walks by your little booth,
yes.
What transpires?
We say hello to each other.
You do?
Yes.
That never used to happen before you guys got chained together, right?
Not too often.
Right.
Do you give bro hugs or anything?
No.
Does he say hey first, or do you say it?
It's whatever.
Are you happy to see him when you see him?
No, I'm not happy. It's whatever. It's okay to see him.
It wasn't okay before, though.
Well, it was a little.
Let me ask
tension
you this.
on my end.
When you see him, besides hey, how you doing? Like, do you guys ever talk to each other at all?
Well, yeah. Right now we're trying to track down all the money we earned.
What do you mean?
This 24 hours. Just we're trying to figure out when we'll get it from the sponsor and Dominic's money and
Isn't
whatever.
that weird? Like, I've heard from people who win money on this show.
And then you got to go find it.
Then you got to go beat the shit out of people. It's not like so simple. Like you win the money and you walk out with the money. It becomes like, well, the sponsor, he's going to pay, but it's this next month, and then the sales department's got to get it, and right?
It's like
yeah, I mean,
like you might see it, on Tisha B'Av.
You might not even know you got it because it'll come in such slow increments and little increments.
Yeah. Whenever we have a contest, there's a second part to the contest that's not on the air. It's called Get the Money.
And then you got to find it.
Yeah, go find the money.
If you find it, it's yours.
Why is it so hard? Like where are you at with that?
I heard Dominic is overnighted a check or something,
right.
And then I don't know. Jared was going to talk to someone about the sponsor, and then.
Yeah, why shouldn't that money be already?
You should just get it.
I don't know. I don't know if Robin paid Artie on his bet or.
Oh, I do have to pay Artie. You're right. Maybe that's why he's not coming in.
Right.
So it's whatever.
You're tracking the money down. It gets embarrassing, I guess.
No, but then after that.
So you and Jared have this common bond where the two of you get together and go, hey, how are we going to get our money?
Yeah.
You're still working together.
Well, yeah, we spent 24 hours chained.
Remember in the old days before you were chained together, like if you found out you were going to lunch with a group of guys and Jared was going, you might not even go to the lunch. Now you would go, right?
I guess, yeah.
No.
I mean, it depends on who else is there.
No, I understand.
You wouldn't just go to lunch with Jared.
Just go to lunch with Jared? I don't know about that.
Right. But if you all were going to lunch and you knew Jared was one of the guys, now you would attend. It wouldn't be an automatic no-go.
Well, yes.
Right. All right. There you go. There's your update,
It's movement.
Hey, JD, like when you say what's up to Jared, do you guys do like a fist bump or anything like that?
Not really, no.
Do you ever shake hands?
No.
High
no
five?
bro hugs or fist bumps.
Do you ever blow each other?
No, we never really had that type of deal in the first place. At least
I remember Richard won $500 on the show. It took him 4 months to get it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like you give up. You know what they do around here? They used to do this in terrestrial radio, too. This is one area where satellite and terrestrial aren't any different. They try to wear you down to the point where you're, like, you just don't give a shit anymore.
Remember when 7 on Your Side came after
We had to report our own radio station. Some fan won, like, a TV set or something.
Yeah.
We had to call 7 on Your Side in order to get the fan the TV. Like, we wanted the fan to get the TV. We were on the side of the fans.
When I was at K-Rock, they owed me some money for some outside stuff that I had done.
We almost got fired for calling 7 on Your Side.
And I couldn't get paid, right? I couldn't get paid. It went on for like a month and a half. And I pressed it, and I finally found out that, I don't know if all companies do this, but
it was the end of the fiscal quarter.
Yeah.
And about 20 days before the end of the fiscal quarter, they just stopped paying all bills.
Oh.
So that the money's there at the end of the quarter.
Well, that was the thing they used to do at K-Rock. I used to talk to Mel about this because when we had the syndication business, and the original way we set it up was like, let's say I got a market like Philadelphia or Boston, when what would happen is the radio stations would send the money into K-Rock, and then I'd wait to get paid. And you'd be waiting and waiting and waiting.
So you couldn't get paid, and it wasn't a contest. Yeah. You earned that money.
And what they evidently do is they try to hold on to the money as long as they can so they can get interest on it.
Right.
Which to me would be like how much interest?
That's using your money, though.
Yeah. So then I crafted a brand new business model where I paid them.
So you didn't have to wait.
Yeah, I collect the money and pay them, and I paid them right away. I wasn't trying to get their interest.
Right.
Because I was trying to get the money.
See, their whole rap to me was at the end of the year, they want it to look like there's more money in the company at the end of the year. So I remember it was a lot of money I was waiting for, and it was like December 12th, and they go...
Like, how much money were you really waiting for? Like, even if it was 10 grand?
It was like between 5 and 10 grand.
Yeah,
all right.
Come on.
And so they said...
that 10 grand is going to affect the bottom line of the company?
And by the way, it was like the biggest secret in the world because I knew a guy that worked in the money department, and he told me on the sly. He said, listen, I'm not supposed to say this. He goes, you're not going to see that money till January, just so you know.
Yeah, I heard we might not see ours till February.
Oh.
Is that true?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I don't want to get in trouble. I shouldn't have said anything.
You might not see it ever now.
I'm so weirded out by everything.
You won't see your money till February?
I don't know. That's like the worst case scenario I heard.
They almost make you feel bad for winning.
Well, with our thing, we wanted to do me and Sal waited like 3 or 4 months and we didn't get paid
for $500.
Yeah. So we did a Steve Langford on your side, and we told Langford. And they had a check the next day before the news could report on it.
Yeah, I told you we had to go to, we didn't have a Howard 100 News, so we would just go to a Channel 7 News because they had this fucking pit bull reporter who would track down anybody who had shitty business practice. So we got 2 fans won like TV sets, and we got them their TVs. Because then the reporter comes in and goes, K-Rock General Manager Tom Chiasano was unavailable for comment.
Right.
2 television sets were promised like 7 years ago to these gentlemen. And so
I think they were black and white TV.
Yeah.
They certainly weren't digital.
7 on Your Side rattled the cages.
Oh, yeah. Those prizes were given as soon as 7 on Your Side's camera showed up.
Well, if J.D. gets Langford on his side, I'm sure it might speed things up a little bit.
They don't even have 7 on Your Side anymore.
No. One of those channels has a guy because he was chasing Martha Stewart down the other day or something. I saw
in the halls.
No, out on the street. Some guy
right here.
No, a news channel. Oh. So, I don't know.
They saw Arnold Diaz.
That's who it was.
Yes,
like
Arnold Diaz, the Consumer Reporter.
You see Arnold Diaz, you fucking run. That's what I would do.
But I like this Langford on Your Side. That's good.
Langford on Your Side, where we can go if we're not getting paid. Steve, I heard a rumor that Howard can't get paid. Where'd you hear that rumor? From Howard. Oh, okay.
Howard 100 News exclusive.
I'm wondering if you can investigate. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, you don't want Langford after you.
Hey, J.D.
If you want that report from way back when, it's on the RD6 page in yellow.
Okay.